Rams TV is proudly brought to you by Dusick and Barlow Insurance Brokers Limited, protecting what's important since 1936. Get your SGI Canada Auto Pack online. Visit them at saskinsurance.com and click on the SGI Canada eQuote link.
Welcome to Mosaic Stadium, where tonight, live on Access 7, it is Canada West football action. The University of Regina Rams, ranked number 8 in Canada, taking on the number 2 team in Canada and the top team in Canada West, the University of Calgary Dinosaurs. I'm Mitchell Blair, along with former Rams receiver Mike Thomas. We'll have this one for you. But before we get to the game, we want to throw it down to field level, where Carlin Haroff has Rams coach Frank McChrystal.
Hi, this is Carlin Haroff with Access 7 Sports, and I am joining Frank McChrystal on the field before the Rams take on the Calgary Dinos. Frank, first of all, after a disappointing result last week in BC, what did you work on with the guys this week to help them refocus and get excited for this game now?
Well, it was disappointing out there. I mean, it's a game that we should have played better. And, again, I never want to take anything away from our opponents in Can West, because they're all good games, and they're all good teams, and any win you get is hard to come by. But we should have played better than we did. There should have been a better result for us than what it was. So we came back, and certainly we had to talk about that, because I think you have to digest that and reflect on that, and then we've got to move on and make sure that we're on task with these guys and that we play physical with them, because
University of Calgary Dinosaurs. I'm Mitchell Blair, along with former Rams receiver Mike Thomas. We'll have this one for you. But before we get to the game, we want to throw it down to field level, where Carlin Haroff has Rams coach Frank McChrystal.
Hi, this is Carlin Haroff with Access 7 Sports, and I am joining Frank McChrystal on the field before the Rams take on the Calgary Dinos. Frank, first of all, after a disappointing result last week in BC, what did you work on with the guys this week to help them refocus and get excited for this game now?
Well, it was disappointing out there. I mean, it's a game that we should have played better. And, again, I never want to take anything away from our opponents in Can West, because they're all good games, and they're all good teams, and any win you get is hard to come by. But we should have played better than we did. There should have been a better result for us than what it was. So we came back, and certainly we had to talk about that, because I think you have to digest that and reflect on that, and then we've got to move on and make sure that we're on task with these guys and that we play physical with them, because that's the important thing for us, especially if we intend to ride this thing through the playoffs.
Now, speaking of playoffs, with one win in your last 2 games, you will clinch a home playoff game. How big would it be to do it at home against the Dinos tonight?
Well, it would be great to do that. Like we've had some really close games with these guys, and probably we're the team that's come closest to knocking these guys off the last 3-4 years. So I think it would be big for us. I think it would be big psychologically for us, and I think anytime you're able to clinch a playoff spot and clinch a home playoff game, that's a big deal.
Yes. Okay, now we're going to see Zach Olenix get his second straight start tonight. What do you hope to see from him in the offense? Have you made any adjustments for his game in particular?
Well, not really. Zach didn't do as well as we'd hoped he'd do. Technically, he wasn't as sound as he could have been and should have been, and I think it's really important that he step up and have another chance to do that.
Okay. And we've already both acknowledged that it's getting cold out in October for football. Does that affect your game at all, or how the guys might perform out there?
No, not really. I mean, we practice in this, and we practice at night all the time, so it's not a big deal. And it is what it is, and it's the same for both teams.
Okay, that's great. Thanks so much, and good luck tonight.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
See ya.
I'm Carlin Haroff. You're watching Access 7 Sports, and we look forward to having you for the Rams game tonight.
All right, the Rams are going to get the ball to start this football game. You see the University of Calgary Dinosaurs kicker, Johnny Mark, and he will kick it off down to the Rams. Back there, Caitlin Schneider and Mason Rossler. Of course, Mike, the Rams go into this game without their starting quarterback, Mark Mueller. He is out with a shoulder injury, didn't play last week against UBC, not playing here tonight. It's pretty tough to beat this Calgary Dinosaur team as it is, very tough to beat them when you don't have your main man at the trigger.
You know, Mark Mueller is definitely the biggest cog in this machine that the University of Regina Rams offense has. And to now turn it over to Zach Alumni, quarterback here, making his second straight start, will be a difficult one, be it that against these Calgary Dinosaurs. They are, as you've mentioned, the number 2 ranked team in Canada. They're very definitely tough. They have players who have left potential earning paying jobs in the CFL to return to the CIS school, which is almost unprecedented. So it's definitely going to be a tough task tonight, but you know what? That's why they play this game. Zach's a young kid and probably come in here, make a couple plays, and hopefully defense stops them, and we have a good one tonight.
The Calgary Dinosaurs have given up 51 points in 6 games. That's under 9 points a game. How do the Rams get points tonight offensively?
Well, you just got to play some ball control offense and try and keep their defense on the field as long as you can. Their offense is vaunted. They've got guys who can run the ball. They've got guys who can catch. So if you can keep them off and not let them score as many points as possible, let your defense do the work and score as many as possible, let the rest take care of itself.
All right, well, we are underway, and on the opening kickoff, the ball gets past the returners, gets into the end zone, and the Dinos get a single point right off the bat. So yes, it is just a single point, but the Rams, 3 seconds into this game, are behind the 8 ball. I talk about how good the defense has been. The offense has scored 293 points. That's an average of 48.8 points a game. So this Calgary team, safe to say, has had a pretty good season. On first down, Olenek from the shotgun is going to hand it off to Kiapway, and Kiapway is going to get across the 40. That'll be a pickup of 5. Taking a look at that Regina starting offense, Zach Olenek, the starting quarterback, Michael Kiapway, the running back, the receivers inside, Connor Hosh, Jay Smith, Jared Janata, outside, Colton Solomon and Catlin Schneider, the tackles, Chris Mercer and Aaron Picton, the guards, Brett Jones and Steve Hansen, the center, Brandon Bennett. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ball will be scrimmaged on the far hash. Olenek from the shotgun. He is going to throw it over the middle, has a completion, and getting close to the first down. It is going to be Colton Solomon.
Yeah, when you mentioned some of the people that are starting on this offense, first off, Mike Kiapway at the first run of the game, a high school product kid coming in and doing very well in his second year here with the University of Regina Rams. And that last pass is caught by Colton Solomon, one of their speedsters on the team, and it looks like Frank and the crew elect to go for it on 3rd and short.
Aggressive football being played right off the bat here by the Rams. It's going to be 3rd and short. And there's the plunge into the line. Flags go down, and I don't know if he got it. We're going to have to wait to see what the flags are here, but I don't know if he got it.
Yeah, usually when you see the flags come out from the sideline officials there, it's usually offside on the defense, as we just saw there from the official.
Offside, number 97 Calgary, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Will be offside on Calgary. Josh Simons is the one that they are going to flag down, so we'll never know if he had the first down or not. Didn't look like it from the naked eye, but it's a moot point now as the Rams will have it. First down with the ball just touching their own 50-yard line. Olenek from the shotgun, the southpaw, is going to hand it off to Kiapway. Nice hole. Kiapway gets to midfield, and then he is dragged down as Ty Noble makes the stop on Kiapway after a gain of 5. And Mike, that's what the Rams need to do. They need to get some positive yards on first down, especially to make that playbook basically you can use the whole thing on second down.
Yeah, exactly like you said, Mitchell, there. Getting 5 on the first crack makes it a lot easier. It's 2nd and 5 instead of 2nd and long. Calgary's not able to pin their ears back and come straight at the young quarterback, Zach Olenek.
Olenek from the shotgun again. Will give it off to Kiapway again. Kiapway gets to the line of scrimmage, but he's got to get down to the Calgary 50, and he's not even going to get close to that. It might be a gain of 1. But the Dinosaurs come up with the play, and it'll be punt time for the Rams as Chris Bodner comes out, tackle on that play. A bunch of guys coming in for the Dino defense to make the tackle, including their outstanding rush end, Lyndon Gadosh. In fact, tonight you are seeing the top 2 players in the CFL scouting top 10, Stephon Charles, who's making his debut for the Rams tonight after having a thumb injury, I guess getting back in the lineup after missing 4 games, and Lyndon Gaydosh, defensive lineman for the University of Calgary. So you're seeing some future CFLers on the field here tonight as you see that punt by Bodner go out of bounds. The wind, not as strong as it was earlier today. Game time temperature 6 degrees, and the wind still strong, gusting to 44 out of the southeast. The quarterback for the University of Calgary Dinosaurs is Eric Dolevsky, and he will be in the shotgun to start things off. On first down, he hands it off, and making a move and getting some good yards on first down will be Stephen Lumbala, and Lumbala should be close to a first down as he broke that initial wave and found himself some yards. That starting Rams defense tonight, the ends are Logan Brooks and Ryan Wellman. The tackles, Denton Genie and Stephon Charles. The outside linebackers are Steve Famulak and Chris Stug. In the middle, it's Alex Meldrum. The secondary, Brady Ollie and Jameer Walker in the corners. Justin Adrolin, Joey Dwyer at the half, and Dan Knaus at safety. Handoff again to Lumbala, and this time he is dragged down as making the tackle for the Rams. It's going to be Alex Meldrum.
Yeah, and just as you mentioned, some of the names there is a late flag to come in. Probably going to be unnecessary roughness on Calgary as we saw a Ram player fly in at the end. But a good stop for the Rams there after the first run by Lumbala, and now this will back Calgary up 15.
Offside, Calgary. 15 penalty. It is second down. Second down.
So it'll be second down and long for the Dinos here, as they've got to get it all the way out to the Regina 43, so it's going to be second and 25 for the Dinos. Dolevsky will throw. If he can, he is taken down, and flags fly as Stephon Charles got a hold of Dolevsky, but it looked like there was a little bit of a horse collar there, and that's going to cost the Rams 15 yards.
Yeah, just as you mentioned, the CFL potential All-Stars, or not All-Stars, I guess the CFL draft-eligible players. As you look on the screen here, you'll see Stephon Charles come through with only one mitt and grab Dolevsky by the back of the neck, which is, of course, called the horse collar tackle. It is now a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for Calgary.
Tough break there for the Rams, as you never like to let teams convert on 2nd and 25, but that is what happens, and as a result, it's going to be first down for the Dinos from their 34-yard line. 4 minutes gone in this first quarter, 1-0 for the Dinos. Dolevsky with the handoff and reading it, not fooled by it one bit. Where the Rams is coming up there, it was Ryan Wellman, one of a couple of Rams to make the tackle on Lumbala. It will be a loss of 4.
You know, Ryan Wellman is another guy that never really got a great opportunity this past year at the CFL draft. With his size and length, you'd think that they'd get some more shots by CFL clubs, but as you see here, strings it out, makes Lumbala bubble out to the outside, and makes a great tackle on the play for a loss of 4 on the play to bring up 2nd and 14.
Daniel Knaus also in on that play. Remember, the Dinos shaken up. I believe that is Lumbala who's heading off. And it will be second and long again here for the Dinos. Dolevsky looks over the Regina defense. Fades back. Here comes the blitz. It's met. Dolevsky throws it over the middle. Has a completion as making the catch. It's Chris Dobko. And he'll be close to the first down marker. In fact, they'll give him the first down as he had to get to the 43. He gets to the 45. So move the sticks, first down Calgary.
Yeah, as you see here, Dolevsky ready in the shotgun, taking a couple steps back, throws it out to one of his big targets there, number 1, Chris Dobko, who's been one of Dolevsky's favorite receivers over the last couple of years, picks up enough for a Dinos first down.
First down for the Dinos. They remain in the shotgun. Dolevsky to throw on first down, looking far side, and that pass will be caught out there as Eli Boca makes the catch, and then he is tagged down immediately by Brady Ollie, and it'll be a short pickup. We'll give him 5.
That's the one thing, talking with defensive coordinator Paul Dawson earlier in the week about this Calgary Dinos offense, is that they do like to get those quick shots in there. And what they're hoping to anticipate is defense start to creep up, and then they go over the top with big number 34 in Richard Schneider, or they'll hit you with some of the sweetness of number 1 in Chris Dobko.
On second down, handoff up the middle and finding a way to gash through that Rams line. It is Mercer Timmis, and he has a big pickup, moved the sticks again, and the ball now in Ram territory. It'll be at the 43-yard line as Mercer Timmis gashed his way through that Ram defense and had some clear sailing there for about 10 yards.
Yeah, you know, this is no different than the way that they used to run the ball when Matt Walter was back there, except for he'd keep his feet and keep running for probably another 10, 15 yards there. But as you can see, they've got a big stable of running backs. Limbala goes out, Timmins comes in and just continues turning the yards.
Dalewski on first down wants to throw. This time he is going to be brought down, and this time there are no flags as a handful of Rams get in there to grab him. It was Chris Stug in there, also in there, Logan Brooks, as Dalewski goes down. And it'll be second and long again here for the Dinos after a loss of 6. And this time the Rams will try to hold them here on second down, because he's converted here in a couple of big second and longs in this drive. Dalewski will fade straight back. He's going to throw it deep down the sideline, and that pass is going to be over the head of the intended receiver, Chris Dobko. Brady Ollie out there on the coverage, and really that one wasn't destined to work right from the get-go, Mike. Timing just wasn't there.
Yeah, you know, Dalewski definitely trying to push it. The one difficult part here is, like you mentioned earlier, Mitchell, with the wind gusting at about 40 Ks, you can see the flags on top of the poles there almost standing horizontally there. They are definitely going to be playing some wonders with some of these passes tonight. Now with the punting game making some choices here for Blake Neal and this Calgary Dinos offense to play the field position game and not attempt a long field goal.
Johnny Mark will punt it for the Dinos. Schneider and Solomon are back. And they sit at the goal line. Time count violation on the Dinos, so that'll push it back 5 yards.
Third down repeated.
And that'll push the ball. I was going to say it'll push the ball back into Calgary's side of the field, but they'll still scrimmage it from the Rams 54. Schneider and Solomon wait at their 5-yard line for this kick from Johnny Mark. It's a low snap. Mark has a problem with it, and as the Rams take it downfield, and with the ball, it's Solomon at about his 18-yard line. But how did Zach Gorski miss that? That looked to be a block, and I don't know how Mark got it away, as Zach Gorski was right in on the Calgary punter, and how he didn't get a hand on that, I don't know.
It's the question to be asked is how he doesn't get there. As you can see on the replay here, punter has a first half, has to take a couple dribbles off the turf to catch the ball. Then they miss it. Then there's a no yards called. That doesn't get called. Then there's a penalty on the play after the fact, a 15-yarder, making the first down now be starting from looks about the 33 or 32 and a half yard line for the Rams instead of about the 20-yard line.
Certainly a lot better position for the Rams than what they could have been there had Mark gotten away the kick. But man, how does Gorski miss that one? He was about a tenth of a second away from making a big play. So Olenek will sit in, third-year quarterback out of Belfast, 6'4", 215, hands it to Kiapway. Kiapway busts through, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets a gain of about 4, maybe 5, 6 if they're generous. But Kiapwe fighting for some yards there, Mike.
You take a look here. Look at the big boy here, tote the rock. He gets through this line. He realizes he gets to the tackle and then punishes one of the oncoming tacklers for Calgary. Keeps turning, keeps those legs going, and that just got the sideline a lot more amped. And this offense is now starting to roll here with a big pickup on first down, being in 2nd and 4.
Kiapwe goes into the week 2nd in Canada West and rushing at 488 yards. Olenek on 2nd down. Little pass out to Smith, and pardon me, that's Addison Richards, and Addison Richards will have close to first down yardage.
Yeah, Addison Richards is one of the rookies that the Rams had last year that was they looked upon very early in his career to be able to get him on the field, and it's been happening a little bit this year with some injuries and now starting to get back in there, but you can see the length on him on that last play there where he's going down and just reaches out. It seems like another 3 yards to bring out the sticks here for measurement on first down.
Richards, who went to school at Sheldon Williams, missed the first half of the season with an injury, as you said, Mike, just getting back in the lineup. That was his 3rd catch of the year. As we see the measurement, and it is going to be about, what would you say, about a half yard short?
Yeah, I'd give you about that much.
So the Rams on 3rd down. And I would think they're going to gamble again. They gambled before. And indeed, they will gamble here on 3rd down. And I would just expect them to just take it up the middle, and they do, and getting the first down and then some, as that's Landon Buch with the carry and the first down, and they get more than the half yard they needed.
Yeah, Landon Buck there, he comes in and, plays that role that's been done before by Jason Claremont and Jordan Cisco, and come in that quarterback spot where they get that athlete who's got a little bit better feet movement and might be able to read things a little bit better. And not only just picks up, enough for a small first down gain, but a large amount to get the first down for the Rams.
Landon Buck gets the first down, ball at the 46. Olenek back in at quarterback. Olenek hands it off to Kiapwe. Kiapwe tries to get to the outside. He'll get a gain of about 2, maybe 3, before he is brought down on the play by Mike Edom and Dr. Kasama.
Dr. Kasama.
Dr. Kasama, there's a name for you.
Coming from that long line of Kasama boys that are playing in the CFL. Now we look out here, playing his ball here at University of Calgary, but not a big pickup on first down. This is where it's difficult for the Rams to get these long yardage pickups for a 2nd down play.
Pickup of 2 with 2nd and 8. Olenek from the shotgun, fades straight back, throws it downfield, and that one is going to be incomplete, throwing it in double coverage. He was looking for Jared Janata, and it falls incomplete. Mike Edom was back there on the coverage. Also, it was Jamal Knowles also on the coverage back there for the Rams, and this time Frank says we're not gambling on 3rd down this time, we'll kick it away.
Yeah, as you can see on that last play, Zach tried to throw that ball up, and it was just floating in the air with this wind, and didn't even give number 21 Jared Janata a chance to come up with the play.
Bodner's kick. Dinos run up underneath it at the 30-yard line, and getting quickly brought down, it will be Jake Hardy, as he is brought down by a handful of Rams. Buck in there, Mitch Morrison also in there on the tackle, and we'll see the Dinos start from their own 32-yard line. They have a 1-0 lead in this football game with 4:16 to go in the first quarter. I'm Mitchell Blair along with Mike Thomas. If you're enjoying this live on Access 7 on Canada West TV. Dolevsky on first down. Will hand it off to Timmis. Timmis will cross the 35, cross the 40, has the first down, still fighting, gets to the 45-yard line before he is brought down on the play. Alex Meldrum in there. Also in there was Joey Dwyer, but Timmis with a nice first down. And Mercer Timmis back in the field. You have to wonder, Mike, if Stephen Lumbala, if the nick that he had the first drive, if that's going to keep him out for a while, because Timmis has been in. We haven't seen Lumbala back since then.
Yeah, I don't know if they even really want to bring Lumbella back, as Timmins has 2 carries for 30 yards, so that's a pretty hefty average for 2 carries on the game.
Bilevsky fakes to Timmins and then throws a little crossing pattern, and it's, I was going to say it was intercepted. It was in and out of the hands of Steve Famulak as the pass was intended for Richard Snyder. And if Famulak could have gotten his mitts on that, it could have been a pick 6.
Yeah, definitely. On that play, it looks like Stephen Famulak was more concerned with just trying to ensure that he stays with Schneider, one of Calgary's best receivers, and who has killed them in the past. And if he would have been a little Johnny on the spot there, he would have been running all the way down Albert Street down for a touchdown.
Second down. Bilevsky throws near side through the hands, and this one is going to be intercepted, and this one is going to go for a touchdown, Joey Dwyer. Touchdown, Regina Rams. They missed it on first down, Mike. They get it on second.
As I mentioned, Johnny on the spot this time. Last time is Mr. Famulak had a chance. This time, Joey Dwyer picks up the deflected pass, takes it back all the way to the house for a Rams touchdown. And this is what we talked about at the opening telecast, that the defense needs to step up and get some points and maybe stop this offense. And this is a great way to do it, is to put some points up on the board. And that was just a great play this time by Dwyer to beat Johnny on the spot, as mentioned. And as you can see there, the boys are jacked up about that one. Extra point pending, might be 7-1 Rams.
Point after try is up and good. And the U of R Rams take a 7-1 lead on the interception return by Joey Dwyer. We'll see it again right here.
Yeah, you can take a look there. Gillespie trying to go to that wide out pass. And like I said, with the wind, of course, it just took the ball, flew a little bit on him. Dwyer there waiting on it, catches the ball, heads right down in the end zone, being mobbed on the play after by his buddies. And as you see there, just stood there right in between, because he was in between a rock and a hard place as they were playing a cover 3 defense, and he had the choice between taking the guy on the inside, which was the inside slot back, and the wide out. He's stuck in the middle, goes through one guy's hands right into his, and that was a great play for the Rams to get in this game. And you could see the momentum was starting to kind of shift a little bit in regards to their swagger after that one run by Kiapaway running over the Calgary player. The defense was going. They've gotten pressure on Dulesky so far here tonight. So you got to kind of wonder about this vaunted Calgary O-line. Can they withstand the pressure that the Rams have been bringing so far tonight?
So Joey Dwyer, the rookie halfback from Sheldon Williams, who had his first career start last week, and now he has his first university touchdown. As that's a guy that obviously in his first year the Rams will be counting on to make some plays for them. Now the ball is loose, short kick. I think the Rams have it. They do. Dylan Dawson comes up with the football, and wow, the Dinos just fell asleep.
Yeah, I don't think the returning guys really understand the rules of kickoffs, in that the ball is live as soon as it goes past 10 yards. You don't have a 5-yard rule. So they're thinking that their return guys are going to come up and make the play. The return guys think the wedge guys are going to come in and make the catch. The left hand's not talking to the right. And then there is Dylan Dawson, who's alert enough to jump on the ball. Rams start it now at Calgary's 35-yard line.
Rams first down at the 35. If they could get some points here, they'd put the Dinos on their ears. Olenek to throw, looking downfield, and it is it intercepted? Are they going to say it's intercepted? It is. Ooh, tough break there for the Rams. As coming up with the INT, I believe it's our good friend Dr. Kasama, as Olenek went for the kill shot here. And again, it just looked like he just got too much air into the football, Mike.
Yeah, a tough thing with that play, one, is that it's going to the short side of the field, and already out of the onset, Zach was already looking to his left, which draws the attention of the defender. And as you can see, the doctor ready to make a house call and get a pick on the play. Quickly, as easy as they come, now they've gone and given the ball right back to Calgary.
Catlin Schneider was the intended receiver on the play on first down. I believe that's Lumbala, who's now back in the game. Yes, it is. So the injury that I thought maybe was a little bit more serious, not as bad as they had Timmins out there for a couple of series, but Lumbala comes back there and he'll have a pickup of 3.
Yeah, when you look at this Calgary offense, they're not going to really worry too much about being pinned deep in their end or having a defensive touchdown scored on them. They're just going to continue going, know that there's a lot of football left in this game, and yeah, mistakes happen, but they're just going to keep rolling.
Mike, did you like the aggressive call there on first down with the Rams, or would you like to see them ball control offense? Because maybe that's the way you're going to beat this team tonight.
Well, you know, the tough thing with Calgary is that they are aggressive on defense. So that aggression can either work for them or against them, and sometimes it's going to be one or the other, obviously. But I would have liked to have seen perhaps maybe a little bit more running with Kiapwe, as he's been getting those 4, 5, 6 yard runs, which makes those second down conversions a lot easier instead of having to go for the kill shot right on first down.
Dolevsky hit Dobko for a first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 with a minute to go. Ball at the Calgary 26. Dolevsky to throw, has a completion. That's Dobko again. Dobko gets to the first down marker, and he won't get much more. He'll get maybe a gain of 11 before he is brought down on the play. Brady Ollie in on the tackle on Dobko, who Dolevsky has been looking for quite a bit here in this first quarter.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, it's one of Dolevsky's favorite targets, and when he has the ball in his hand, Dolevsky, he gets it out real quick. As you can see, one step throw right out to the wide side. Dobko makes the catch. Look at him, he's about 7 yards away from the line of scrimmage, and from the first down mark, gets the ball, gets enough for another first down for Calgary.
Dwyer and Ollie in on the tackle. It will be first down. Dolevsky to throw, and that one again high, and this time he was looking for Eli Boca, and that one falls incomplete. And it will be second down.
Probably going to be offside Regina, I think, on this play.
We do have an offside on the play, so it's going to negate the incompletion, make it a first down.
Yeah, on that play we had Chris Duke, who's coming in on a linebacker blitz. Tried to time the snap count there. Just a shade too early. Catches an offside on the play. Calgary is going to take the penalty and now have 1st and 5 here.
This could be the last play of the quarter. Dolevsky hands it off, and not getting many yards there is Lumbala, as coming in to make the stop. It's Charles is in there along with Ryan Wellman. And also in there was Meldrum, and that will, well, no, there's 2 seconds left, so we'll have one more play here in this first quarter, and it'll be 2nd and 5 as no gain on the run by Lumbala.
You know, the one thing with the Rams defense that, some teams are thinking that they might lose a little bit of stoutness on their defense line with the departure of Hakeem Hicks, who's now with the New Orleans Saints. Stephon Charles and company have taken as a challenge to stop the run game of many teams and have been pretty successful this season.
Dolevsky over the middle, hits Dobko. Dobko takes it into Regina territory for a first down before he is brought down by Meldrum. And that will wrap up the first quarter of play. The Rams lead it by a score of 7-1. And so far, Mike, the Ram defense, it's been bend but not break. The Dinos moving the ball again, but they've had long fields to work with, and they haven't been able to put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, the one big thing that we can say is that their offense has had to, like you say, Mitch, work their way down the field. So, it's been a tough sledding for them. But, hey, you know what? We've got a lot more football to play here.
All right, let's go down to the sidelines. Carlin Haroff is with Catlin Schneider.
I'm with Catlin Schneider right now. Kat, how important and how special is it that the defense has been shutting down this Dinos offense and giving you guys a chance to get on the field tonight?
Oh, it's absolutely huge. We have a great defense. They played well for us all year. The core of our team, especially when we're down a little bit on offense with injuries and stuff, it's huge for them to step up and give us a chance to win this game.
Okay, we'll get out there, kick some butt.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kat. Thanks, back upstairs.
Catlin Schneider with Carlin Haroff. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dinos as we pick it back up. Ball will be at the Regina 53-yard line. Numbers in the first quarter, not that bad.
Yeah, when you look at it, Dolevsky only 5 of 8 for 57 yards. He does have that interception that was returned by Dwyer. Has been sacked once, but had numerous times he's been pressured by that defensive line of the Rams, and they've been doing pretty good with the running backs, only 41 yards on 7 carries. So, when you look at that average of just over 5 yards per carry, still with all that yardage that they have to gain throughout the field, it's not really killing them too much on the field.
On first down, the fake to Lumbala, and not fooled by the fake at all. Were the Rams as Dulevsky pulled it back, and coming in there, was that Wellman coming in there to make the play?
That's your boy, Joey Dwyer.
It was Joey Dwyer. I was going to say, it looked like I thought the blitzer had come back, had been stopped, but no, it was Wellman in there. So good play there by Dwyer, who's had himself quite a first half.
Yeah, last week in his first start, he had eight tackles, and so far tonight he has a pick. It looks like 2 tackles and a pass deflection there. So good start for the kid out of Sheldon.
Second down, Dulevsky, quick throw, has Dobko. First down, Dobko spins over the 40, and he will get it down to the 38-yard line. Dwyer in on the tackle there, and not a lot you can do on that when Dulevsky 3-step drop, bang, throws it to his target, and pretty tough to defend that.
Yeah, it definitely is. You don't want to get up too tight on these guys because they've got the size and the speed to get by you. So, of course, you try to play it safe and keep them in front of you, and then all they do is play a little pitch and catch and, let the boys get the rock and then make a couple plays after. So, tough sledding, but, hey, Ram defensive backs have been doing a good job so far.
First down, Dulevsky will throw again. Again has Dobko. Dobko has it down to the 31. It's a nice pickup on first down. You said that Dulevsky's completed 5 passes in that first quarter. He's completed a couple here. I'm guessing 5 or 6 of them have to have gone to Dobko because he's just been the only guy really he's looked at.
Yeah, Dobko actually, like you said, almost perfect there. He's got 5 catches for 66 yards. And, that's all he's doing is looking for his bread and butter man and Chris Dobko.
2nd and 3. Rams trying to hold here. Dulevsky forced out of the pocket. Going to his right. Now he's just going to throw it away, and that's a good job there by the Rams defense as they force him to throw sort of in his offside, and really there was nothing out there, and Dulevsky just smart. He just throws it away, and we'll likely see the field goal unit here. But a good play there by the Rams defense.
Yeah, we had a delayed safety blitz on the play, and that kind of messed up a little bit of the timing there, I think, with the receivers and Dulevsky. And so he was rolling out to his left, like you said, to his offside, and he's trying to point the receiver to go down the field, but he's too busy blocking. So it might have been a little bit of miscommunication by the Dinos offense on that last play.
Johnny Mark will line up for the field goal from the 38. He'll kick it from the left hash. Ball is down, snapped, and the kick is good, but flags fly on the play, and if this is against Regina, it could be a first down for Calgary. It'll be false start. So push it back 5 yards, and kicking into the wind, this might be a little bit more difficult for Mark, who barely got that over from 38.
Yeah, I think Blake Mill may want to reconsider that as when you look back there, we got a capable returner there, and you got the O-line and guys who aren't fleet of foot. So if this is a missed field goal, look for a good return from the Rams.
Kick is up, and it is going to be short. Mason Rossler, it is 5. Rossler to the 10, 15, and he's brought down. As it looked for a second there as if he had himself a lane, but the Dinos make the tackle. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one, Mike. Really, Rossler caught it about the 2-3 yard line. I think where Mark was kicking from the first time, that was about as far as he could go.
Yeah, like you could see it when the ball was hanging up in the air and barely went over the crossbar. And this time he takes another shot at it from 5 yards back, and that's the difference right there. Rossler picks up at the 2 or 3, and he breaks one more tackle, and that might be pay dirt for him.
So the Dinos leave some points out there, and on first down, well, then it gives it to Kiapway, but we're going to have a false start on the Rams, and that's going to push it back 5 yards. As you see the Rams sitting on the bench there. You saw Mason Rossler and Alex Meldrum. Of course, Rams will finish off the season 1 week from tonight. They'll take on the University of Alberta Golden Bears. 7 o'clock start. If there is to be a playoff game, I believe it's 2 weeks from tonight.
That is correct.
Against probably the U of S, maybe Manitoba. Of course, though, we shouldn't count our chickens before they're hatched. Long ways to go before you can say the Rams have clinched a home playoff game. Olenek on first down, throws it, has a completion across the 35-yard line, making the catch. That is Jared Janata.
The man they call JJ coming up with the ball in the flag pattern there. As you can see now with the wind at their back, the Rams might start to air it out a little bit more. You can see there, Zach gets in his three-step drop, looks out to throw the ball in the hole, make the receiver go get it. Janata makes the catch over the shoulder, shielding away the defender. Big pickup on first down.
Mike, have a question to ask you as a receiver. We'll do it right after this first down play. Olenek hands it off to Kiapway. Kiapway follows his blocks, and he will have a pickup, nice pickup on first down of about 4 or 5 yards. Mark Mueller, normal quarterback. He's a righty. Zach Olenek, a lefty. Is there a difference in catching the ball with the rotation from a left-hander to a right-hander?
Yeah, there definitely is. You know, the ball comes out differently. It's just a different feel to the way that you're used to catching the ball predominantly over your life. Of most kids throwing the ball being right-handed, but you know what? Really, once you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, you make the adjustments, and that's exactly what the Rams have been doing, having Olenek being at their disposal over the last couple seasons.
On second down, Rams run it right up the gut. That was Dylan Dawson, and he should have enough for a first down. They may have to bring up the sticks. No, there they moved the chains, so first down Rams.
Yeah, you know, Dylan Dawson, a guy who's been around the Rams organization for a long time there, has been able to stick it out with thick and thin, and on that play there, comes in for Kiapway, picks up about 5 or 6 on the second down run there, gives up another first down for the Rams.
10-12 to go in this first half. Rams have a 7-1 lead. Hope you're enjoying it live on Access 7. Olenek hands it off again. Dylan Dawson, big hole, midfield, 50-yard line. First down Rams is Dylan Dawson through that right side of the Calgary line. And a couple of big runs from Dawson, and the Rams are moving the football.
Yeah, Dylan Dawson, nice hard running on the play. As you can see here, as soon as he gets the ball, those feet are going, and he's hitting the holes that these O-linemen that are providing for him up front there. Stevie Hansen and Aaron Picton on the right side, and Jared Janata picking up the blitzing halfback on the play for a solid pickup of 15 for the man they call Doss.
On first down, it'll be Dawson again, and he'll get about 3 or 4. That's a nice little 1-2 punch the Rams have with Kiapway and Dawson.
Yeah, you know, they've got their own little stable of running backs there at their disposal as well for the Rams. As also with Dylan Dawson, there is Mark Coons, who had a standout career with the PFC's Regina Thunder. You know, a rushing champion in his 5th year out there. And so, you know, any one of those 3 guys can come in and run the ball for them.
Speaking of the Thunder, good luck to them on Sunday. They'll take on the Saskatoon Hilltops in the Prairie Football Conference Final up in Saskatoon. On second down, Olenek wants to throw, and he is hit as he throws the football. Ball is loose. Rams pounce on it, but refs say immediately it's an incomplete pass. Chris Mercer fell on the loose football as Olenek was blasted out there. I believe it was Lyndon Gaydosh that got around the corner and got to the Rams quarterback.
Yeah, you know, this is the one thing that Bernie Schmidt, the offensive coordinator for the Rams, is going to tell Zach, is that because now with the lefty, this blitz is coming from his blind side, which normally would have been the front side for righty and Mark Mueller. So defense is now changing up their blitz attack against the Rams because of the left-handed quarterback.
It was Tom Spolatini that got in to hit the Rams quarterback. The punt comes down to Hardy, and Hardy is going to get just across his 5-yard line, gets it out to the 10, and that's where the Dinos will scrimmage here with 8.5 minutes to go in this first half, and the Rams leading it by a score of 7-1. And as I said off the top of the program, the Dinos are a team that gives up about 8 points a game and scores close to 50. So right now, advantage Rams.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, one of the things you talked about too, Mitch, is the field position game. The Dinos have just been deep in their territory and have long drives to sustain, and the Rams have been good at keeping them in their end of that field.
Lumbala with a nice pickup on first down. He's going to have first down yards. They should move the sticks here, as that was just a nice looking play there by the Dinos on first down with the sweep, and Lumbala found a lot of real estate.
Yeah, that's the big thing here tonight we've mentioned is that these running backs have been doing a good job here running the rock. Lumbala, Timmis, whoever's in there, but it's not translating the points for the Dinos.
And on a night like tonight, running the football, pretty safe thing to do. Gillespie's going to have to call timeout. He doesn't like what he saw from that Regina defense, so he'll go over and chat with Blake Nill. As I said, the second to last week of play in Canada West. Tomorrow, the Rams will have their eye on the two games going on. The UBC Thunderbirds will be in Winnipeg to take on Manitoba. Saskatchewan will be at Alberta to take on the Golden Bears going into the week. Calgary leading the way at 6-0, then the Rams at 4-2. Huskies and Manitoba tied at 3-3. UBC 2-4. Of course, they had a big upset win over the Rams last weekend in Vancouver. And then the University of Alberta 0-6 on the season, and the Rams will finish off against those Golden Bears next Friday night here at Mosaic Stadium.
20 seconds.
As you mentioned, Mitch, the Can West, when you look at the top two teams with Calgary and Regina right now as it stands, after that, the next three teams, it's going to be a lot of jockeying in the next 2 weeks here. As when you look at Saskatchewan, Manitoba at 3-3 and UBC at 2-4, UBC might get on a roll and sneak into that number 3 or 4 spot.
Gillespie calls the timeout, and whatever they called, the Rams knew it was coming because Eli Boca takes the handoff, and he is met immediately as it was Ryan Wellman in the backfield to basically meet Boca, and then also coming in just to finish it off, it was Chris Duke.
Yeah, now Calgary here, after getting that big first down run by number 3, Stephen Lumbala, now getting backed up in their end here with a second and long play against the win here against the Rams.
Loss of 5 on that first down play, so it's 2nd and 15. Gillespie has a lot of time, throws it across the middle, has a first down to the 45, to the 50. He is hammered, and the Rams will pick it up on the fumble recovery as getting blasted was Richard Snyder. Didn't catch who it was that just nailed him, but the Rams pounce on the fumble and Kevin Foote down in the truck. We got to see that again. What a thunderous hit.
Hey, you know what? I tell you what, TSN, Jay, and Dan O'Toole, I tell you, if you guys don't have this on hits of the night, plays of the week, or whatever it's called, there's something wrong, because you come in and look at number 24, just lay a licking on that chicken there, big boy, and come up with that fumble, and the Rams recover now with the ball in the Calgary territory.
Brady Ollie just destroyed Richard Snyder, and the Rams take possession of it. What a hit. Snyder didn't even see that coming.
No, Snyder was too busy trying to stiff-arm the defender behind him and not keeping his field awareness around him going, as noticing that Brady Ollie would be coming off of a receiver to come and make the play. And look at the boys kind of let him know, like Stephon Charles, and say, hey, that's a good job there. Way to bail us out after that big pickup by Richard Snyder.
That might be the hardest hit you see at Mosaic this weekend. And, of course, there's a CFL game here tomorrow between the Riders and the Alouettes. 2nd down, Olenek, little roll. He will throw it out towards the sideline, and making the catch out there is Colton Solomon with the Calgary defender draped all over him. That was John Kadibwe, and nice catch by Solomon, and it's a first down for the Rams as they're hoping to get some points off that big play by Brady Ollie and that fumble recovery and get some points. And right now, you got to think that they're approaching field goal territory for Chris Bodner, but you know they want 7, not 3.
Yeah, exactly. You got to take advantage of what's given to you by this Calgary team, because there's not a lot of chances that they do give up, and so far today the Rams have been doing so.
On first down, Kiapway up the middle. He'll get across the 35 and down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Dylan Dawson.
Dylan Dawson, not Kiapway. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of giving them going by quarters, as the first quarter was Kiapway running the rock. This one now it's Dylan Dawson, and he's doing a good job in shredding up that Calgary defense, who's now been on the field for quite a bit and might start to be getting a little tired, getting now runs of 7 and 8 yards, and on that play, a pickup of 8 for Dylan.
As Mike mentioned, pickup of 8, so it's 2nd and short. Hand off to Dawson, crosses the 30. He'll have the first down. He gets pushed back, but should have enough for the first down as he tests that right side of the Calgary line again, and that should be a first down, as you said, running in behind guys like Steve Hansen and Aaron Picton.
Yeah, as you can see here, he goes to that right side of the line. He's getting a couple blocks out there. Dylan tried to cut it back upfield. Gets enough for the first down. But as you can see there, a couple of those big boys on the Calgary line have the hands on the hips, breathing in a little of that cold winter air here at Mosaic Stadium.
Starting to get a little pond tired. Water.
Yeah.
First down for the Rams. Olenek from the shotgun, fades straight back. Now he's going to have to take off with it. Olenek up to the 25. Smart play as he gets to the 25, sees that's about as far as he can get, and he slides down. And I'm sure Frank McChrystal, knowing that Mark Mueller on the sidelines isn't coming in tonight, is happy to see his backup quarterback just get down and not take the hit.
Yeah, no number 3 quarterback after Frankie Gray. So if Zach was to leave, they'd only be left with one capable body at the quarterback spot. So good job by Zach to take to slide after that play. To ensure that he doesn't take any big licks.
Mike, obviously last year Zach Olenek saw some time when Mark Mueller was out. Zach Olenek, Frankie Gray were in the lineup. Zach being called upon this year as well. Nice audition for next year when Mark Mueller isn't back. You would have to think that Zach's the number 1 guy going into next season.
Well, you know what? It's I would like to agree with you, but I'm going to have to actually disagree because, with the quarterbacking stable that we have in our province of, some young kids coming out of high school here, graduating in our own city, and, Noah Picton from Regina Boldus and Jaden Marwick. Also the 5th-year starter out of Victoria Island with Jordan Yance.
Sorry, Olenek throwing for the end zone for Janata, and the pass is incomplete. Back there on the coverage was Kadibwe. Go ahead, I'll let you continue.
Yeah, with Jordan Yance from the Vancouver Island Raiders out there as well, with the Rams have been kind of hot and heavy after as well. I think that the competition will be there for sure.
You talked about the kids in Regina High School football. Noah Picton being one of them. Kid can quarterback. There's no doubt he can. He's got the pedigree. His dad, obviously Dean Picton, we know what he did if you're a Rams fan. But are the Rams ready to hand the reins to a first-year quarterback? Or does he have to wait for a couple of years, thus maybe giving Zach Olenek a chance?
You know what? Being a part of this organization for as many years as I have, I've seen the first-year quarterback come in and do some great things. Teal Orban, to name one. Mark Mueller. If Teal wasn't here and Mark was coming out of high school, he would have been that guy. And when you look at Noah, he practices with these guys in the offseason throwing the ball. So, he's used to this organization already because of his family ties as well.
Bodner from the 33 for the field goal. It is up. It is good. And the Rams extend their lead to 9 with 3:04 to go in this first quarter, or in this first half. And have we got an upset brewing? Upset alert, Mike Thomas, or is it too early to say right now?
Well, you know what? When you look at the time right now, 3:04 on the clock, Calgary's going to have the ball probably at one of their best starting positions of the day at their own 35-yard line. To say upset alert, you may want to keep your TV on to Access 7 here a little bit longer because this one's going to definitely be a good one here as the Rams are up 10-1 with 3:04 remaining.
Rams have been rock solid on defense tonight. They've won the battle of field possession so far. We'll see what happens here. Delevsky on first down will throw, and catching it and having a first down as he spins across the 45 down to the 48. It's Eli Boca.
Yeah, once again, Delevsky with that quick drop. Ball gets out of his hands. All of the receivers were doing hooks. And with the wind kind of now starting to die down a little bit, you might see Calgary start to dial it up on the passing attack and not have to worry so much about handing the rock off to Mr. Lambala or Mr. Timmons.
Dinos would love to get in the end zone, make this a one-possession game before the half if they can. We'll see what they've got dialed up here on first down. Delevsky wants to throw, throws again in the middle, has a man for a first down, and again, it's Chris Dobko as he will have himself a gain of about 12 yards. First down Dinos as they'll continue to move the sticks.
Yeah, the one thing the Rams can't do is allow Calgary to come down and score quickly here as they started on their 35 and have already picked up a cool 24 yards in 2 plays. So, they may want to start to tighten up things a little bit here and maybe take some chances and jump some of these quick routes that Calgary seems to be throwing.
On first down from the Ram 51. Delevsky looks over the Regina defense. A lot of movement out there on both sides of the ball. Flags come down. It's going to be false start on the Dinos. As you can see, Dolevsky in frustration sort of throw the ball down.
Yeah, another procedure penalty coming against Calgary. And I think the Zebras are trying to see if potentially the O-lineman was drawn off by the defensive lineman who came in the neutral zone there. But definitely you can see Dolevsky was animated after that play that he wanted to get it off.
Call is against the Dinos,
No,
so it will be first and 15.
Okay, the ball is flowing at 1. Offside. Yard first down repeated.
So as you hear, it'll be first down repeated.
Oh, the penalty was at about 1 second, sir.
Ball now moved back to the Calgary 54. 2:12 to go in the half. Halftime show coming up. We've got some things planned for you. And on first down, Dolevsky goes straight back, looking deep downfield for Dobko in double coverage. It is knocked away as back there for the Rams, Justin Edralin back there for the Rams.
Dobko
a little slow in getting up.
Yeah. Night like tonight, a little chillier. You know, you land on the ground, and as much as there's padding here at Mosaic, it still is not like landing on a Serta mattress. So as you can see, Dobko going down there and might have hurt his tailbone on the play. But you could tell coming out of the right out of his waggle that Dobko was going to be the man trying to get the ball, as he was definitely on his pony trying to track down that little skinny post pass by Dolevsky. But a great play by the safety and halfback for the Rams on that play to knock the ball down and bring up a second and long situation for the Dinos.
Edralin and Dan Knaus back there on the coverage as they were not fooled one bit on that play. And it's sort of a tough break for the Rams because they had the play read. It's just sort of a tough break that one of those two players couldn't have got their hands on the football.
They've been doing a lot of that tonight.
They have been. Rams defense looking awfully good tonight. When you hold a team that scores almost 50 points a game to really nothing in this first half because the Dinos got a single in the opening kickoff. Gold star for the Ram defense so far tonight. Second down. 15 to go. Dolevsky. Straight back. Going to throw a little screen pass out to Lumbala. Lumbala gets away from the first guy, but can't get away from the second wave of Ram tacklers. Jameer Walker was out there. So was Alex Meldrum. And I would think now the punt team will come out because, as we talked about before, kicking into the wind, Johnny Mark just didn't have it on a long field goal try, and sure enough, Mark will punt the football away here.
Yeah, you know, the interesting thing will be to see exactly how the Rams kind of set up this return to see if they can put a little pressure on them as the wind starts to pick up again here at Mosaic.
Schneider and Solomon back around their 15-yard line. Low snap, and Mark's going to run with it. Straight up the gut, and he's going to have a first down. 40, 35-yard line. Flags are down, and we're going to have to see what the flag's all about. But as it stands right now, it's a first down for the Calgary Dinosaurs.
Yeah, you could tell as a holding on the play as the punter here was going to take off again. And again, another low snap. So this time he looks, there's nobody up the middle. A couple of Ram guys being held, which of course makes that job a little bit easier for him to run up the middle there.
The hold, I think, is going to go against Mercer Timmis. It looked like he had Tyler Mantiak, excuse me. As you can see the hold. I don't know if we can see that again, but you'll see it if we can see that play again. We'll see the hold, but first down negated, and a big play as the Dinos shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, you know, I was saying that they should get some pressure on the punter here because those snaps have been bad. So
this time Mark gets it away. Going to come down to Solomon at his 16. Solomon across the 20, 25. Solomon trying to get to the 30, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you know, 1:31 left. Ball at the at your own 29-yard line.
2-0.
You look at the young quarterback there in Zach Alinick, and you start to think, all right, here's where this 2-minute offense that you've been practicing throughout the week can come into effect. Let's see if they can get down there and maybe put up another touchdown or 3 points before this half is over.
Well, we'll see how aggressive they let Zach Olinick be here in the 2-minute offense. Minute 31 to go. Rams up by 9. On first down, Olenek will hand it off, and getting absolutely nothing is Kiapwe as he is met head on by Lyndon Gadosh and Brian Roberts.
Yeah, Gadosh was not fooled there on the play as they saw the tendency of the Rams, which is when they bring that wide side receiver down and start to get in that cluster formation to get a bunch of blocks on the one side, they run to the opposite side. And on that play, Gadosh and company was in there to get a no gain on the play for the Rams.
2nd and 10. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Rams run the ball here just to kill some time. And that's what they're going to do on 2nd down, and getting a couple of yards before he is snowed under by 3 or 4 Dinos is Kiapwe. In on the tackle that time for the Dinos, it was Wyatt Getty, and also in there Byron Roberts again.
Yeah, and of course, now in that play, Calgary realizing what Regina was going to do, which was to run down the clock before punting the ball. So Blake Mill elects to take a timeout here with 1:05 remaining before half. So Calgary poised to get the ball back now with Dulesky and company trying to make a couple plays, but you could see that the Rams on offense were ready to just run the ball, let the clock tick, and obviously see exactly what might come about from it.
Regina, you ready? Calgary, you ready?
So Bodner to stand at about his 18-yard line. And he will get it away, and the flag comes out as Bodner was contacted by the Calgary player, and this is going to make the return moot, as coming down the Rams sideline with a nice return is Jake Hardy, but it's not going to matter because the Rams should get a first down here as Bodner was contacted by the Calgary player, and that should be the 15-yard variety, Mike, and that should be first down Rams.
Get that offense out there, baby, because that was what you call roughing the kicker. As you see on the play, Bodner catching the ball, a low snap, getting the ball away, hanging the foot in the air, just enough to get contact, and now brings up that 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for the Rams.
Wyatt Getty guilty with the contact and the roughing the kicker call. Rams get the ball back, 49 seconds. Can they get in position for a Taylor Wandler field goal? Olenek looks over the Dino D. It's going to hand it off to Kiapwe. Kiapwe gets himself a short gain, and it looks like they're just going to play this very conservative, Mike.
Yeah, you don't want to have a situation where you had like Dulesky who overthrew a receiver and had a pick six on the play. You don't want to give this team any more light than what they need because they haven't done anything so far today.
If somebody was telling me this was the number 2 team coming in, I'd go, okay, because I haven't seen any light of that so far.
Yeah, when you look at the number 1 team in the country, the McMaster Marauders and Kyle Quinlan and company, well, they're a well-oiled machine, and these guys, they don't look like anything like the number 2 ranked team in Canada.
Flags go down, or play is stopped, and we're going to have a timeout by the Rams. So I thought I saw a flag on the far side, or the near sideline there, but
yeah, I think
the flag was just the timeout was called just before the snap of the ball.
Yeah, the 20-second clock was just about to go off, and so wisely a timeout was called by the Rams to not have a long second down attempt come about from them. But now it is still long at 2nd and 8. But the Rams here doing a good job, as we mentioned at the beginning of the telecast, playing good defense. Doing their thing on offense. They've attacked Calgary's defense deep only one time with that flag pass to Janata. Other than that, it's been run with Kiapwe, run with Dawson, a couple of short passes along the way to Colton Solomon and Addison Richards. So, the Rams definitely doing their job and their homework and how to beat this Calgary team.
24 seconds to go in the half. 2nd and 9. Olenek hands it off to Kiapwe as again the Rams don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize this 9-point lead as Kiapoe takes it across the right side of the line, gets very little, and the punt team will come back out onto the field for the Rams. And I guess maybe the only thing you don't want here, if you're Regina, is for a big punt return from Jake Hardy.
Well, you know, when you look at this now with the clock coming down at 19 seconds, they can just snap the ball, take a knee, and get out of here at the half and not even have to worry about that.
And actually, that's what they're going to do here is Olenek will just basically take the snap, and he's actually going to run a play. They're going to throw it downfield, and it is going to be caught down there. It is. No catch.
Wow, I thought that was a catch.
So did I. I was just sort of waiting for them to say good catch, but it was down there. It was Addison Richards. I'd like to see that again because I thought he caught that ball.
Yeah, as you take a look here, he jumps right up, and I can't tell with the ground if maybe it bounced up into his arms.
I don't know if it did. It had to have because it looks to me like he had that ball.
Yeah, it's tough to tell with the angle that we've got there, but you know, Richards last year with the game in Calgary had a couple of big catches like that.
Yep.
You know, so you know, you're trying to think about some of those plays, but the young rookie almost came up with it before the half.
All right, so we end the first half with the Rams up 10-1, and let's throw it down to Carlin Haroff. She has Stefan Charles.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm with Stefan Charles right now. Stefan, welcome back to the lineup after missing a few weeks due to an injury. Can you tell us how it feels to be back out with your boys on the field tonight?
It feels good, man. We're balling out, and I'm just getting my legs back, so we're going to keep on these Calgary Dinos until that last buzzer.
It's good. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like not being able to play, but obviously still having to stay in shape, it being your draft year, knowing you'd be back this season?
Well, it was a tough. It's hard because I can't use my hands still, and just doing as much as I can, footwork, running, coming out to practice, going through my reads, all that stuff. It just had to stay in pace. So
Okay.
I try to do that.
You guys are holding a very powerful Calgary offense to 1 point at halftime right now. Can you tell us what you guys focused on this week at practice to keep them under control?
We just worked on tempo and being aggressive and just playing good football, sound football.
Okay, and as I mentioned, it's your draft year. You've actually been ranked the #1 prospect for the CFL draft right now. Do you feel like that's extra pressure for you, or is it really motivating for you this season?
Just motivation. You know, you work so hard, and then they start to recognize you, so I'm just trying to keep that going.
That's great. Thanks so much, Stefan. Good luck in the second half. Okay. Thanks, Mitch.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Carlin. So at the half, it is the Regina Rams leading the University of Calgary Dinosaurs by a score of 10-1. Mike Thomas and I will have second half action, but first, let's take it down to the halftime show.
Joining me now is receiver Jason Price. Jason, unfortunately, last time we saw you guys play at home, we saw you go down with an injury. Can you just update us on your status? Obviously, everyone was really worried about you, and good to see you out on the field tonight.
Yeah, I got a stable fracture in my C5 vertebrae, so pretty much I'm done for the year. I won't be able to fuse up the bone in my neck until probably December, they said. So I don't need surgery, which is nice. I have all feeling and everything, so I mean, I walked away from a very crazy injury, and hopefully nothing goes wrong during this time.
It was definitely scary moments to see you down there. I know you were taken to the hospital in that game just for precautionary reasons, but Twitter was blowing up. The boys came back with a big win in that game, and I know a lot of them dedicated it to you. So how motivating was that while you were in the hospital?
It was great. It was amazing. Like, I got updates from my girlfriend and everything the whole time that I was there, because I didn't really feel like I was hurt. It was just kind of like a stinger in my neck, and then it ended up being a lot serious. It was amazing hearing that from the guys and how much support I had still behind me, and it made it a lot easier to deal with the news and everything like that. So it was really nice just seeing that from them.
That's great. And now, obviously, out here cheering your teammates on, do you find that you've been able to help, especially with some of the younger receivers or guys with less experience, in maybe more of a coaching role with them?
Lately, I have been just kind of like concentrating on some of my schoolwork, so I haven't been out there as much. But I hope I've been able to help some of the guys throughout this year that I've been playing with them before this to kind of get them a clue on how to beat a guy and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay, and then in terms of the game tonight, obviously this is huge going into the half ahead of the Dinos. Defense is playing great. What do you maybe hope to see from your offense in the second half?
Just keep working on first downs. That's all we have to do. If you keep the pressure on them, it's going to put that pressure on their offense to score more, and they're going to make mistakes. And all our defense is doing, it's making them get takeaways and then scoring for us. So it's huge.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Jason. Best of luck in your recovery and your schoolwork at this point, and we'll see you again soon, okay?
Thank you very much.
Back up to you, Mitch.
Protecting what's important since 1936, Dusick & Barlow Insurance Brokers Limited is proud to bring you coverage of the University of Regina Rams.
Hello, I'm Stephen Barlow of Dusick & Barlow Insurance Brokers. Since 1936, the insurance expertise between the Dusick & Barlow families has now spanned 6 generations. We provide both personal and business insurance products and deal with many major insurers, giving us the ability to provide you with the best possible value in terms of cost and coverage. With 2 convenient locations, 4615 Albert Street and 302 University Park Drive, our staff offer personalized service to our clients. Come down and see us in person or online at saskinsurance.com.
Take one of these, press this, and you've got a world of entertainment whenever you want it. Access On Demand gives you around-the-clock access to great kids programming, local programming from Access 7, network shows, even music videos and karaoke. And if you subscribe to the channels, you get all the great series and movies on Movie Central and Super Channel. Best part? It's all free. Access On Demand. It's the free stuff you want to watch when you want to watch it.
Welcome back to the program. Well, as you know from our last guest, if the CIS Women's Basketball Championships are coming to the university, you know that the university is hoping they have a great year from their women's basketball program, and chances are that will happen. But hey, the Cougar women's basketball team isn't the only university team out there doing some great things, and we've got as our next guest the top dog, the grand poobah, the director of athletics, Dick White, joining us. Dick, thanks for being a part of the program tonight. I know you're missing your Yankees, but I appreciate you coming in.
It's okay. They're still hanging in there without me, so I'll probably go home and it'll fall apart like terrible.
Right. University season well underway now. Everybody's going. And I think arguably the biggest story at the University of Regina right now is the performance of the women's soccer team, a team that took their lumps for the past few years, but a team now that's starting to give some of those lumps back, and they've made the playoffs. They've earned it for the first time in school history. That's a very nice story that's developing over there.
Well, it is, and it's really a function of hard work and staying with the plan. And Bob Maltman and the girls have done an absolutely great job. And in fact, as they go into this weekend, they still have a chance to host and earn a hosting berth for a Canada West semifinal. So that's absolutely amazing, coming from when they were at one point not that long ago lucky to get a win or two. Last year they had 1 win and 3 ties. Probably were a little better team than their record, if that's possible. I don't know if that's really possible. People say that, but you know, it came together this year, and it really is a function of a lot of hard work.
Does it bring a smile upon your face when you see a team that starts in its infancy and, as I said, takes their lumps and now are starting to reap the benefits of the program, and that the girls, some of the, the 4th and 5th year players that stuck around are now starting to see the benefits of sticking around? Does that really put a smile on your face?
Well, I think the satisfaction is really for those kids that worked that hard. We did stick with the program, and we gave them an opportunity to be successful, and I'm proud of that, and I'm glad we did, because there's times as money gets tight and you see things just don't seem to be getting any better, and the win-loss record doesn't look good, and you see a 9-0 against a Trinity or an Alberta or something, and you kind of go, man, should we still be doing this? But we stayed with it. We gave them the opportunity, and we've been rewarded. And I think the greatest satisfaction I get is when I see them. They always do a little salute to the crowd when the game is done, and to see a few more fans out there, and to see them cheering and them acknowledging and the big smile on their face. They're happy with what they've done.
Ariel, I know you've got a question you want to ask Dick, but you talk about the fans. The other day, I'm coming over to the university to do the PA for the Cougar basketball, and I drive by the Rams practice field, which is where the Cougars are playing their game. I was surprised at the amount of people out watching the soccer game. This wasn't just friends and family watching. You had a big crowd out there, and that's great to see.
Yeah, we've managed to rally our other student athletes and encourage our student athletes to support each other a little more. And so we've got a little of that, especially on a Sunday when a lot of the teams are off. But we're starting to get, it's really kind of interesting along the fence, the Railbirds there, some of the city's soccer cronies are there, and they're watching some real good Canada West soccer, and they've now gravitated to this being the highest level of soccer in the community, and it is really good to see. It takes time, and sometimes not as much as, or way more time than I'd like to see, but yeah, we are starting to develop, and we've been blessed with good weather this year, which is nice as well.
So if I'm not attending the games, what am I missing? What am I missing from past years when I may not have heard anything about the girls, but now all of a sudden they're amazing?
I think what we see now is great individual play from the young women. We're seeing great team play. We kind of joke, it used to be they'd get the ball and they'd kind of boot it and play defensively and try not to get a whole pile of goals scored. They put pressure on. We're very equal. It's up and down the field. It's great athletic competition, and I'm very impressed with both the individual and team skills, because I've seen this team come from a long way, and now we look every bit the same kind of team as the teams that come in from British Columbia. And I mean, we just beat Alberta, who used to routinely take it to us badly. So it's for me, I see, because I don't pretend to be a soccer expert, I just see great young athletes out there playing the game they love.
Dick, a couple of other things. I know we're starting to run short on time, but a couple of others. I know you don't like talking about individual athletes because they're more about the team, and I understand that. But you've got one athlete over there that's really making a name for himself, and that's Kelly Wiebe.
Wow. I don't mind talking about individual athletes. To me, you talk about individual athletes, and that gives reason people to come out. That's why people go. I mean, people go to Rider games to see Weston Dressler and Corey Sheets and those kind of folks. So no, I don't mind at all. Kelly Wiebe is absolutely amazing. Won the Cougar Trot, won the Saskatoon Open, won the Roy Griak in Minneapolis against NCAA Division I athletes. This guy is setting himself up in the sport of cross country and his team to contend at the CIS level. Kelly has for sure a chance to medal, assuming he stays healthy. Knock on wood. Do we have any wood around here? Yes. But he has an opportunity to medal or win a national championship. The team is currently ranked number 5 in Canada. Great move up the ladder by the women's team as well. Carissa LePage is doing good things. So that is another team that has come from. When I was talking to Carla Nichols, should we still be doing this, Carla? Come on, look at these results. And now, here we go. It's a top 5 team in Canada.
Absolutely. Tell me a little about that. Like, what does a player like Kelly do for the program at the university?
Well, one of the things he generates conversation here on shows like this, and I think that helps us recruit some of the best athletes, because the best athletes want to go to good programs. So when you're ranked the top 5 in the nation, when you've got a nationally ranked athlete and a potential national champion, people go, that is a good place for me to go and train, and we can recruit the best, and in that way, that profile will help us continue to have a great team.
Very quickly, Dick, we had Dean Kleisinger on, the tournament chair for the women's nationals. the Cougar women's basketball team. I know they stumbled against Carleton this week, but they look to be very good. Certainly, they're going to compete for a national championship. And we'll talk about them as the year goes on, but I know also the football team is a very big game coming up against Calgary. They've got a couple of big games coming up. That game against Calgary should be a dandy. We're going to have that one here live on Access Friday night. You want to get out to Mosaic to watch that one.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I mean, Calgary's number 2 ranked team in the country. We're number 5, I think, number 5 or 6. Anytime you get to see one of the best university teams in the country, whether it's, and I do believe we are one of them, but so is Calgary, it's an opportunity to see great football. You're going to see future CFLers. You are seeing some of the best football in the nation, and it is a real good opportunity to just come and see a great football game.
And as we said,
Hey, I'm with Sam Hurl now on the field. Sam, Saskatchewan Rough Rider, drafted here this past year, but you played for the Dinos for 4 years. Yeah. So you're here sitting on the wrong side of the field. Yes. Can you just tell us a bit about what it's like to come and watch your alma mater and just the CIS in general, obviously coming and playing through the CIS?
It's great. It's really nice to be out here, and it's nice to be supporting my team. It's good to see the boys out again. So it's nice to see them out playing, and against Regina too, a good team. So it's a good game out here, and I'm hoping the score will shift more towards our way here. But it's a good game. I'm having a lot of fun out here, and it's nice to see the guys running around.
Good. You're obviously part of some CIS West Championship teams. Had some really great playoff runs with the Dinos. We're going to wrap up here, but this has a playoff feel. What does it mean to be playing football in October?
It's unbelievable. It's a great feeling, and it's good to see that these guys are out here playing. It's good to see that I'm playing, so it's a nice feeling that everything's going well for both of us.
Okay, great. Thanks, Sam. Cool. Sorry, back to you, Mitch.
Thanks a lot, Carlin, and thanks a lot, Sam Hurl, and good luck tomorrow when your Saskatchewan Roughriders take on the Montreal Alouettes. Of course, Riders looking to clinch a playoff spot tonight in the CFL. Winnipeg beat Toronto. So maybe a crossover wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for the Riders, Mike. On first down, Rams have it. It'll be Olenek giving it to Kiapway. Kiapway breaks away from the first tackle, and he drags himself to about the 40-yard line. Should be a pickup of 5 yards as the Rams start the second half with the ball. Taking a look at the first half stats, Calgary 12 first downs, Regina 8 total yards. Calgary 184, Regina 113. Really, Mike, the two big plays of that half, the Joey Dwyer interception return and the Richard Snyder fumble on the big hit by Ollie. Other than that, really Calgary didn't do a lot. Rams got the one big play on defense.
Yeah, definitely those are the two big plays of the first half as we see number 89, Jay Smith, another PFC star with the Regina Thunder, come up with a play on the second down pass completion by Zach Olenek. As you can see there, Smith just going out to the flat, getting the ball, putting down his shoulder, and picking up another first down for the Rams, who have the wind at their back here in the third quarter.
First down for the Rams, ball at their 47. In the shotgun, Olenek will hand it off to Kiapway. Kiapway will get a gain of about 3 as he tests the middle of that Calgary line. Jordan Verdone in there to make the tackle. Josh Simons also in there.
Yeah, the Dinos have been getting a steady dose of Dawson and mostly Kiapway here tonight. And I think that it's a very smart move by the offensive coordinator, Bernie Schmidt, to ensure that he doesn't put too much pressure on the arm of his young quarterback in Zach Olenek and let his horses do most of the damage on the ground.
On second down, fake to Kiapway. Olenek with a little roll. Now he comes back this way, throws it to Schneider. Schneider will be caught right away, though, as he is hit as soon as he catches the ball. And if it's a gain of anything, it'll be a very short gain as the Rams will punt. As a good job there of the Calgary defense to read that out. Just a little half roll to the far side, then a throw back. And I don't even know if Schneider was the main option on that play, Mike.
No, I think he was, a good job by Zach Olenek to actually do a check down and go all the way back across the field through his progressions to get to Catlin Schneider. But as you mentioned, a short pickup to bring out Bodner on third down.
Bodner on third down gets away with a spinner. It's going to bounce down about the 25-yard line and go out. In fact, they'll put it out right at the 25. So that's where the Dinos will scrimmage. Just taking a look at some individual stats in that first half. Dylan Dawson, 7 runs for 40 yards. Kiapway, 9 for 24. Zach Olenek, 4 of 9 passing with an interception, 42 yards, no touchdowns. Colton Solomon, the leading receiver, 2 catches for 15 yards. For the Dinos, Mercer Timmis, their leading rusher, 2 carries for 30 yards. Gillespie, 11 of 17, for 141 yards. Dobko, 7 catches for 83 yards. On first down, Gillespie keeps, and he will get himself a short pickup as he decides to keep that ball. I believe it was Dobko that he could have handed it off to, but he decides to, or pardon, Limbala, not Dobko, and decides to keep it himself and head towards the outside. But a good job there. I believe that was Brooks to turn that back inside and prevent that from being a big play for Calgary. 2nd and 7. 12-10 to go in this third quarter. Rams lead it by 9. Gillespie looks and throws, and it will be incomplete, and a late flag comes out. Wow, that's late and that's far away, as they're going to get Joey Dwyer on the pass interference. And
yeah,
I don't know about that one, Mike.
That's very unfortunate. It looks like Joey Dwyer came from his opposite arm out front and made the deflection. But I think what the ref is calling is that Dwyer's other arm was wrapped around the receiver, number 1 in Dobko, which is the cause for the pass interference call.
How can you call that from 20 yards away, though?
Well, you know, for him, from his perspective, to tell you the truth, the call that he's making is with the hand behind, wrapping around on Dobko. He's actually in the perfect position because he's seeing the back play of the DB and the receiver. Now, you would think an official that was closer would be making the call and not one that was 20 yards away. But hey, Horizon Laser Vision, which I got my eyes done a couple months ago, they do wonders for people.
Nice plug. Nice plug. Nice plug there by you, Mike Thomas. Gillespie on first down will screen it out to Limbala. Limbala is going to be wrapped up by a bunch of different Rams, and finally it's Meldrum who will knock him to the Mosaic Stadium turf. It's going to be a short pickup. In fact, it'll be a gain of maybe a yard for Limbala as the Rams sniffed that one out quite well. Gillespie looking downfield, couldn't find anybody, and he just dumps it off to Limbala, who got very little. You know, that's the one thing that bothers me about this game. It doesn't matter if it's university, American college, NFL, CFL. I just don't know what pass interference is anymore, because either that was clean, there's other plays, I see it pass interference, and don't call it. I just don't know anymore. Gillespie on second down. That throw going to be well over the head of the intended receiver, Chris Dobko. And it will be punt time for the Dinos as Johnny Mark will come out. And the Dinos will be forced to kick it away.
Yeah, you know, as you mentioned, Mitch, it is a difficult position that the officials are in this game of football because, you know, everything is called differently across the board from, you know, college to pros to different settings. So, you know, it's always a tough situation for them to be in.
Johnny Mark has had better kicks as that one goes out of bounds at the Regina 48-yard line. So that's only a kick of about 20 yards. And Blake Nill will need more from that from his punter.
Yeah, you know, that's the tough thing, you know, with the winds that are sailing here at Mosaic. You know, they die down, then they pick up, and on that time, it looks like it picked up right when Marks was punting and just gets a net punt of 20, and the Rams starting a great field position here once again.
On first down, Olenek fakes the handoff. He is crushed as he throws it, but he gets it to Janata, but Janata is spun down right away. It'll be no gain on the play, and Olenek fortunate to get that one away.
Yeah, you know, on that one, definitely a fortunate play for Olenek to get that pass off, as on that one, the defensive back for the Calgary Dinos, number 14, comes in, Brian Hagan. As you can see at the top of the screen, there's supposed to be a slight chip by Janata, which he does, but number 44, the Sam linebacker, and Jordan Verdun reads it perfectly and only gets a pickup of 1 on the play, but there's a penalty after the play, as looks like a unnecessary roughness play.
Second down.
Which makes it now a second and very long to go for the Rams.
2nd and 23. Rams have to get to the Calgary 51 to keep this drive alive. Not a lot in the playbook, I'm guessing, at 2nd and 23. But we'll see what the Rams can do here. And Olenek's going to hand it straight up the gut. And it'll be Kiapwe getting himself a gain of about 2 or 3. And then there's some pushing and shoving in there in that line. But everybody's going to break to their own sidelines. No flags are going to fly. And the Rams will bring out the punt team.
Yeah, the Rams' MO right now, they're just going to run the rock, run down the clock, let their defense do their work, make Calgary beat them, because they haven't been able to do it so far.
So far, you're right. It's almost like they're playing the prevent offense right now. Bodner to punt. Good kick and gets, I was going to say, going over the head of the Calgary return man Hardy, but now he gets to the 25-30. Jake Hardy, 35-40. Hardy cuts it back inside. Hardy to the 50, and then he is brought down. Then a late flag comes down. As making the tackle for the Rams, it was Walker Morrison. Now we'll see what the flag is all about. You would have to think we're going to see a hold or a clip here on the Dinos that will negate that return.
Yeah, and it looks where the ref threw the flag back at the 41-yard line, which means it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot. So Calgary going to be moving back. Instead of starting at about their 51, 52-yard line, they're going to be starting at about their, they're going to be at their 30-yard line. So it looks like a 20-yard penalty essentially ends up being on the play.
So again, the Dinos don't do themselves any favors. And they will scrimmage at their 31-yard line when they could have had the ball close to midfield. Dolevsky, open backfield. Fakes the handoff, looks downfield, will throw it, and we can have a flag on that one for sure, as climbing over the intended receiver was Jameer Walker.
Yeah, I don't know if this one's actually going to be a penalty, though, because the ball did get tipped, so I think they're going to throw off the flag here, as I saw that the ref came and talked to the other one because the ball was tipped, so they can't call a penalty once the ball's been tipped. Everything's fair game, which is the reason.
That's where that Horizon laser eye surgery comes up huge for you, Mike, as you see the tip. So scratch the interference on Walker because he was definitely guilty of it had the ball not been tipped.
Yeah, for sure.
And as he crawled all over the top of the Calgary receiver, but it's 2nd and 10 on the incompletion because of the tip pass. I believe it was Brooks that got his hand on it. On 2nd down, Bolesky going to put it up here down the sideline for Lambala, and pass goes incomplete. Looking for the interception. Diving for it out there, it was Jameer Walker, and the Ram defense holds again.
Yeah, if Walker hadn't lost his footing, I think he would have came up with the pick, and once again would have almost had a clear lane down the sideline. Yep. So Calgary taking some chances here and are potentially going to get nipped in the butt.
Punt comes down to Solomon at the 50. Solomon gets it to midfield, and he will be brought down there. I would think 2-score game, Mike, but it's still, you're walking on eggshells here a little bit. Rams would love to punch one in, make it 17-1, and really make the Dinos have to work for it if they're going to come back.
Yeah, the Rams definitely being conservative, like you said, being that prevent offense. Running the rock, the both running backs have ran it here about 25 times. So they're trying to be conservative as well as try to not make too many mistakes on offense.
Olenek to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to run out with it. Olenek to midfield, gets to the Calgary 52-yard line before he hits the deck. It'll be a pickup of about 5. I talked jokingly about it being a prevent offense, or that rope-a-dope type style of offense. You got to think at some point, though, they're going to look for the bomb. They're going to look for the big hit. They're going to look for the kill.
Yeah, and I think that time was the one that they were looking for. As Zach was standing in the pocket looking to throw deep, pulls it down and runs for, looks to be a gain of 3 on the play, brings up 2nd and 7 for the Rams.
2nd and a long 7 it is for the Rams. Ball at the Calgary 53. Olenek looks towards the Calgary sideline, has a completion out there, but again, it's going to be a very short gain, but the Rams are going to benefit, though, from a horse collar tackle, as it was Jay Smith making the catch, And you're going to see it here on the replay as the Calgary defender. And you'll see it right here. Now, face mask, horse collar, what do you want to call it? But
yeah, that's going to be a face mask penalty on the play.
Ty Noble guilty of the call, or guilty of the penalty, and that'll give the Rams a first down, and that puts the ball at the 36-yard line, which with this wind you would think is good enough for Tyler Wandler position for a field goal if they need it, but the Rams want to move that ball a little closer and perhaps get it in the end zone. On first down, Olenek looking downfield, and that pass incomplete as it sails over the head of the intended receiver, that being Connor Haas.
You know, this is where things have all of a sudden changed. The Rams' MO has been to run the ball in first down, get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards with Kiapway, then on second and short distances, try something else. Now we've seen them 3 times in a row try to throw the ball and not run the ball. They're not allowing this clock to tick down and try to make Calgary really work for something. The Rams, benefiting from that last penalty, though, now still have the ball at Calgary's 36-yard line.
Olenek on second and long. He's got to throw it. He'll throw it down or across the middle. He was looking for Smith, and Smith stumbled and appears to be coming up lame. And Olenek also had to throw it off his back foot as the pressure was coming in. So that play just didn't work from the get-go. And sadly for the Rams, because if Smith doesn't come up lame there, he maybe catches that. I don't think they'd have gotten the first down, but it would have made the field goal try a little easier.
Yeah, you know, Taylor Wandler coming on now, going to be attempting, which looks to be about a 43-yard field goal. So yeah, like you said, if Smith makes the catch, probably with 7 yards closer, you know, it's definitely going to be a little bit easier of a shot for Wandler.
Wandler, 43-yard field goal from the right hash. Snap is high, kick is down, it's low, it's going to be wide, it bounces into the end zone off the Calgary player, and he's going to have to try and get it out of the end zone. He is not going to do so, as making the special teams tackle, it's Tyler Perkins, and the Rams will get a single point, so it's now 11-1.
Very fortunate on this play, though, because if Chris Bodner does not get his hands on the ball on that high snap, it might have sailed, and Calgary would have had possession, potentially, obviously not giving up that single and taking it at their 35 now, but instead perhaps at the 50. So good job by Bodner to get the ball down, which I think then threw off the timing of Wandler, which is why we saw the ball come out flat and a low line drive like it was. And good job by the special teams unit for the Rams to get down there and cover for the single.
On first down, Bolesky rolls, throws, and skips it towards his intended receiver, that being Brett Blaisco.
It's kind of funny, we had to look at the form to find out who this number 89 was, because if it's not number 1 or if it's not number 34 that he's throwing the ball to, you know, it's news to us, right? Because so far, you know, you look at Dobko tonight, he's been their guy, their go-to guy, with 7 catches for 66 yards so far. So to see him try to throw it to somebody else, you know, you kind of go, who is this guy?
Yeah, no kidding. You said it's been a steady diet tonight to Dobko, a couple to Snyder. On second down, Bolesky wants to throw, and he is going to be brought down as making the big play. It's the middle linebacker, Alex Meldrum, with the sack, and it'll be punt time for the Calgary Dinosaurs as the Rams middle linebacker with a big sack on the Calgary quarterback, Dolevsky.
Dr. Meldrum coming up with the play. As you can see here, a slight delayed blitz. He gets chopped down by Lambalik.
What a play!
Gets up and rope ties Dolevsky on the play as we have another penalty.
Can we see that again? Watch the agility from Meldrum. Kevin, if we can see that again, Meldrum gets upended, gets right back up, and makes the play.
Yeah, great call. As you can see here, he goes.
There he goes, whoop, head over heels.
Yeah.
Gets up and brings the quarterback down. Great play by the Ram middle linebacker, the third-year product out of Greenhall High School in Balgony. That's his second sack of the year. Now, Rams will have the ball after the punt in great field position again as they have it at the Calgary 52-yard line. And you know, Mike, I agree with you. I think it's time to run the rock here again. get 3-4 yards, make that playbook a little bit more easy, accessible on second down. But no, they're going to throw, and Olenek is hammered on the play before he can even get it away. Thankfully for the Rams, his arm was moving forward as Mike Edom comes in on the blitz and pounds the Regina quarterback into the turf.
The Rams have to start running the ball here, folks, as we are starting to see Calgary is starting to take some liberties here, coming off the edge with all these defenders. If the Rams start running the ball, they cannot keep doing this, because what will happen is Capway or Dawson or Coons or whomever, they break a tackle and they're running deep into Calgary territory.
Second down. Olenek to throw. Olenek looking downfield for Janata, and they are going to say it is intercepted down there, making the pick, Jamal Knowles. Calgary will have it at their own 20.
You know, that's what happens when all of a sudden, you know, Calgary's basically sitting with 8 guys at the line of scrimmage. Rams don't know who's coming, who's going. They're basically sitting back there and waiting, and as you see here on the Rams replay, Olenek takes a couple steps back, throws the ball up into the area which he thinks would be open, but as you mentioned, number 18 for the Calgary Dinos in Jamal Knowles lays off his receiver, comes back and makes the pick on the play.
So what do the Dinos have in store now? Dolevsky hands it off to Lumbala. He'll try the right side. Lumbala crosses the 25-yard line, gets to the 26, 27-yard line before he's brought down. Nice gain on first down for the Dinos. It'll be second and short.
You know, here Calgary is now, they have a little bit of swagger coming out of that with that interception. The defense starts yelling at the offense to let's get going. So what do? Hand the ball off to the number 1 back, Stephen Lumbala, older brother Raleigh, who plays for the BC Lions there.
Wellman with the tackle on the play, second and 3. Dolevsky, quick drop, throws over the middle, has a completion, and getting a lot of yards after catch. I believe that is going to be Richard Snyder.
Actually, I'm going to say it's Dobko, to tell you the truth. I think on the play, either Dobko or Hardy.
No, it's Eli Boca. We're both wrong. We're both wrong. Mike, it's Eli Boca.
Eli coming up with the play. And once again, quick hitter. Dolevsky gets the ball in his midst, throws it out to Boca, who starts doing his end of the deal, carrying a couple defenders. Calgary driving here, 4:13 left in the third.
Dolevsky will throw it again. Catch is made and escaping and getting some big yards down the field. It is Brett Blasco, and Blasco will have it inside the Ram 45-yard line. They'll put it at the 42, and big play there, and big missed tackle out there as Blasco had a lot of open yards after breaking that tackle, as unable to bring him down. It was Joey Dwyer, who's had a busy night out there.
Yeah, you know, Joey Dwyer, the kid's looking like a veteran out there making some plays. A good play on that one to limit the gain there for Blasco.
On first down, Lumbala will get a couple of yards. Flags fly. Looks like it'll probably be holding against the Dinos. We'll have to see. And Calgary just continues not to do themselves any favors if this indeed is against them, as this will make it 1st and 20, although they are indicating maybe it's against the Rams. Could it be a face mask? It is.
Number 43, Regina. 15-yard penalty, first down.
This is the tough thing that we talked about in terms of helping the Dinos out, getting them the first down in virtue of, and a big one now, 15 yards. When Calgary hadn't done anything up until this point in the game, they're now starting to drive. This is their deepest territory. They've been in Rams territory so far today, here now at the 25-yard line.
Chris Stu guilty of the infraction on first down. Dolevsky putting it up for the end zone, and it's too far for the intended receiver. That was Boca, Jameer Walker on the coverage, and just nice job there by Jameer Walker on Boca, but the pass nowhere close to being in bounds had Boca made an attempt for it.
No, you know, Jameer Walker, you know, obviously one of the best corners in Canada West, and not even that in the CIS, with his ability to have a knack to make picks in crucial times in the game. On that one, using the sideline as his extra defender to make Boca not have a chance to get the ball.
On second down, Dolevsky, Pritchard throws, it's incomplete, as coming in on the blitz It was Justin, or was it Landon Buck? Buck or a Drawlin?
I'm going to say it's a Drawlin because Buck's on offense.
Yeah,
so, It
you're right. Was a Drawlin 13.
Yeah, so a Drawlin who's been battling some ankle injuries there, he's been having some injuries there in the last little bit with his ankle. Healthy enough today to play, comes up with a big stop there on second down. Now brings up the field goal attempt for Calgary.
Field goal unit comes on. Johnny Mark from the 32. Kick is up. It is wide. And the Rams are going to get it out. And
Jameer
still
Walker.
it is. It's Jameer Walker. Look out. 40, 45. Jameer Walker. Midfield 50. Walker 40, 35. Down to the 30-yard line. And again, another huge play by the Rams. Jameer Walker with a huge return, and the Rams looking good after that missed field goal.
Yeah, you can see on the play there, I think Mr. Mark's getting a little pretty on the play, and Jameer Walker takes the ball about 7 yards deep. And he is the guy who's returned the ball. This time keeps his feet, unlike Rosser. Last time he got tripped up, and now he's got a little bit of a convoy in front of him. He's following his blockers. There's his boy from Sheldon, Dwyer, blocking for him. And on the play, of course, number 6, Jake Hardy, is the one who has to come up to make the stop to prevent Jameer from getting into the end zone.
First down, that's Mark Coons getting a carry. And Mark Coons will take it for about, where are they going to scrimmage that? Give him a gain of about 5, maybe 4?
I think they're going to give him 4 on the play. But as you can see here, the Rams now going back to what we called the last series, or maybe even 2 series ago, which would have been run the football, run the rock.
Rams, if they can put the ball in the end zone here, it would be huge.
Very big.
And they've capitalized, well, obviously the Dwyer play.
Yeah.
They got some points on the fumble recovery after the big ollie hit. And then it was Knaus that had the fumble recovery, and now this play. They need to try and get a first down, but they run it again with Coons, and they're not going to get the first down. So the big return is going to go for naught as far as getting a touchdown, but we're going to see Taylor Wandler come back out on the field. But I would think this is going to be victory Calgary when you start to drive at the 30-yard line and hold the guys to a 2-and-out.
Yeah, I would almost almost put it as a draw, to tell you the truth. Because when you look at it, Calgary goes for 3 misses. They get the long return. They may limit them to just 3. And for the Rams now, with thinking that, okay, if we get a touchdown, great. If we get field goal, great. So Calgary limits them. Rams get something. So
they do get the field goal here. If they get it, we'll see what happens here. As Wandler's kick is up from the 33, and it is wide. And now can the Dinos get out? There's going to be there's going to be a late block. Or a block from behind, and the ball gets returned out to the 12-yard line. That should give the Rams a single point, should it not, Mike?
If I'm correct, the infraction happened in the end zone, which will occur into a single point. Calgary will still get the ball out a little further. But, the Rams now 12 points.
But what I was going to say is if the Rams get up to 14, Calgary's got to get 2 touchdowns to beat them. Now, they still, I guess 12-1, it's still 11 points, but now you put that 2-point conversion in the equation as well. But Rams should get a single point here to make it 12-1, although they haven't put it up on the board yet.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the official call here from the Stripes.
Or do they not take this?
Yeah, they're going to take the points. It's a thing. You don't take points off the board, no matter what.
Illegal block, Calgary, number 2. That penalty is in the end zone, results in a single point, Regina. First down for Calgary on the 35.
There you go.
Because what's going to happen now is Regina takes the point, keeps them up 11.
Yeah.
Still a 2-score game, 2-touchdown game, or a touchdown and some field goals. But it now still 53 seconds. Calgary's going to probably get about 3 or 4 plays off maybe, and then they're going to have to switch quarters. The Rams are good defense are going to get a chance to recoup. Then Calgary's going to have another long field to try and drive with the win, though. So you can see probably a couple more passes come out in that 4th quarter from Dulesky.
Dulesky on first down, hands it off to Lumbala. Lumbala gets it out wide near his sideline, tiptoes down the sidelines for a few yards, and we have a late flag. Are we going to get a late hit?
It might either be a late hit or it's going to be an objectionable conduct penalty on the Calgary bench. But I don't think you could call that a late hit because he pushed he pushed Lumbala out of bounds. So he wasn't out of bounds already when he got pushed.
Well, let's see what they're going to call here. They're talking it over. And let's see what the call is. Rams want to know. Let's see.
Looks like no penalty on the play.
No flag on the play. Second down.
Okay. So it'll be a gain of about, well, they'll give them 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Gillespie on 2nd and 5, wants to throw it, and that ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it was Wellman who got his hands up on it, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. We've got another flag down there. What's this one going to be? Offside on the Rams. And that hurts.
You know, that definitely does, Mitch, because you go from now a 3rd down punting situation to now an automatic 1st down situation for Calgary. And the Rams have been doing such a good job of keeping this Calgary team off balance, their offense, no rhythm, not being able to keep their drives alive. And the Rams are aiding them and giving them some penalties here with just under 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Gillespie to throw. Good catch out there as making the grab. That was Brett Blasco. And that'll be a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. Mike, the 84-yard punt return by Jameer Walker, 2nd longest in U of R history.
Well, you know, like I've played with some guys on those U of R teams, namely Chris Ashman, who's been pretty good at returning the punts in the special teams game, and to see that be the 2nd longest return in U of R history, that's a kudos to Jameer to make a good play on that missed field goal attempt by the Calgary kicker.
Gillespie will keep it, and he will have enough for the 1st down as he gets the necessary yardage. The longest punt return, he has the longest 2 punt returns in Rams history until this last one by Jameer Walker. Any ideas who it is without looking at your notes?
I was going to say either Chris Ashman or, let's see, another one here.
Think of a punter in Seattle and his brother.
Oh, Stevie Ryan.
It is. All right, after 3 quarters, 12-1 your score. Let's throw it down to Carlin Haroff. She has Rams Director of Marketing, Lorraine Rankin. Carlin?
I'm with Lorraine Rankin, Marketing Coordinator for the Rams. Lorraine, you have your annual wine tasting event Behind the Vines coming up on October 25th. That's next Thursday. Can you tell us what the event is for and how people can get tickets?
Sure. Our 5th annual wine tasting event, as you said, called Tackle Behind the Vines, sponsored by Scotia McLeod. Thursday, October 25th at the Rotunda Innovation Place on campus. Tickets are $75. We have 13 wine vendors and 8 food vendors attending. You can call 585-5480 or visit reginarams.com to purchase your tickets. There's about 40 left. We're close to a sellout, so I would call quickly.
Great, thank you. Good luck with the event.
Thanks, Carlin.
Thanks. Thanks, Mitch. Back up to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Carlin, and thank you very much, Lorraine. That should be a fun evening at the university, Mike.
Yeah, you know, the events that the Rams put on here that help the club out with their bottom line, definitely all successful. If those folks that are at home don't have a ticket to these events, please give the Rams a call, support the club, as it goes a long way to help these kids out, get through their university, and also for the club to sustain itself on a yearly basis.
I wonder if Kevin Foot's footing the bill for some tickets for the Access crew that's working this game tonight to go to that event. Moving on, it's 1st down, Gillespie to throw, and he will have his man out there at the sidelines. That's Boca, and Boca will have a pickup of about 6.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. We haven't been mentioning Chris Dobko's name here in the last little bit. And as we look out on the field there, I'm not too sure that he's actually out there. He hasn't returned since that one deep pass where he bruised his tailbone.
Oh, right, correct.
So, you know, I think that he's lost his go-to guys. So we're seeing some benefactors in Boca and Blasco now stepping up to get some of these Gillespie passes.
2nd and 5. Gillespie drops, throws, complete. And making the catch for the 1st down, that's going to be Blasco. who has taken the spot of Dobko in there. So
yeah, so you can see Dobko normally catching all those passes. As like I said, he had 7 for, I think it was 93 yards up until when he left. And now Blazko coming in here and just taking over the spot, doing the exact same thing. So, Calgary continues, that machine continues to run regardless of who's in there.
First down, ball at the Regina 43. Zalewski wants to throw that one again, batted at the line, and it falls incomplete. And I think it was Wellman again who got his hand on the football.
Yeah, I got another penalty call on the play, though, and we'll see exactly what they're going to call as you take a look at the replay. And now it looks like we have a different quarterback in there for Calgary.
We do.
As Andrew Buckley.
Offside, Calgary, number 89. That penalty has declined. Second down.
So as I look on the sideline there, you're trying to see.
It was Logan Brooks who got the hand on the football, by the way.
Yeah, you're trying to see Dulesky there on the sideline, and I can't see him on the bench.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like
he got the jacket
on or what the case is. So I don't know. Maybe he got hurt on that last run in the third quarter.
Yeah, so now Andrew Buckley calling the plays. And Buckley will drop straight back, throw it over the middle, and a late flag comes out. And yeah, there was some contact down there with Joey Dwyer. And the pass was intended for Blazko. And Dwyer had to grab a handful of jersey on that one. So I can't complain about that one.
Yeah, that's the one thing I mentioned at the top of the telecast is Calgary's got these big, strong, fast receivers, and Buckley just throwing up there almost like a 500 ball, and Dwyer, trying to play a little, I didn't do nothing, big man, but hey, the ref saw it on the play, a good play, obviously, to not allow the big pickup, so pass interference call, 15-yard penalty, now first down for Calgary.
Buckley on second down. Will throw it, and making the catch on the little slant in is Taylor Nill, coach's kid.
Yeah.
Brady Ollie with the tackle as Buckley comes in. I missed that when Dulesky went out.
Yeah, well, the only thing we could assume is that it was that play at the end of the third quarter where they went with that quarterback run right up the middle. Something must have happened.
Did you take a little head knock or something?
Yeah, might have been something with the hand too. You never know.
Second down, Buckley to throw, and it is bobbled and caught. Is it going to be enough for the first down or not? I don't know. It's Blazko again.
Yeah, I think it is.
Looks they're going to be right there. They might be a yard short. Might be time to bring out the sticks.
Yeah, when you look at the play here, Buckley throwing off his back foot a la Brett Favre style. Still completes the pass. But a good play by number 13, Justin Adrolin, to come up and make the solid tackle on the play. As you see Buckley just fading away, throwing to the drag across the middle. And Adrolin making the play as the stick men coming out. And I think this is going to be first down for Calgary.
I don't know. I think it's going to be just a little short by about a football. Maybe even a half a football. So the Dinos will obviously go for it here. And if the Rams could somehow dial up a stop here, it would be huge. As the Dinos are threatening here in the red zone.
The Rams have been opportunistic this evening in regards to their defense, taking advantage of some Calgary mistakes. This would be another time where they could hopefully cash in another one of those checks on that Calgary miscue.
Third and short. Surprised that Calgary's not going a little tighter here. Buckley will keep, and Buckley should have the first down.
Big thing, though, with that run, you see the time keep ticking down.
Yep.
Although we see it's just under 12 minutes remaining in this game, the way the Rams have been able to play a ball control offense for the most part, except for a 2-3 series where they went a little pass happy, they've been able to eat up a lot of time on the clock. So, if they're able to stop Calgary and make them take some more time, this could play right into the Rams' hands here. But if Calgary scores a touchdown, hey, now we've got ourselves a ball game here.
Buckley on first down. Fakes the handoff to Lumbala, looks for the end zone, and he will have his man. Touchdown, Brett Blasco.
Yeah, you can only hold them for so long. As we mentioned, Calgary just chipping away at things little by little. A couple of mistakes is kind of what the game's been about. This being now the first offensive touchdown of the game, scored by Blasco, who's filling in for Chris Dobko, who went out with an injury earlier in the game. Andrew Buckley filling in for Dulesky. So you see some guys that they've got here on that sideline, and as you look to the Calgary Dinos sideline, significantly smaller bench than Regina, so the impact of these backup players are being very big right now.
Surprised they're not going for two. As they go for one to make it 12-8, making it two would have been just a field goal deficit.
Yeah, sometimes you don't look at the situation as such and looking at trying to get two now, because you look and say 11:25 left in the game, you should have enough time to be able to potentially get another offensive possession potentially in their end or two. Or that's just a little bit of cockiness on Blake Mills style, saying, hey, I don't need to get two. We're going to come down and score again.
So we'll see what the Rams can do to respond to that touchdown drive by the Dinos. The kickoff will come down in the end zone, and bringing it out for the Rams is Schneider, and he'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, just over the 20-yard line before he is brought down.
Yeah, Andrew Buckley, who's come in for the injured Eric Dulesky, in the short time that he's been in, is 8 for 11 for 84 yards and a touchdown, whereas Dulesky was 12 of 22, so perhaps a little change-up by the Calgary offensive staff and seeing something there and just maybe pulling the hook, and maybe Dulesky's not even injured. Needless to say, the switch has been successful. Now we got ourselves a ball game, 11-14 left here in the game. Rams only up 12-8 on the Dinos.
Rams need to move the ball, kill some clock. If they can get a couple of points, it'd be bonus. On first down, that's Dawson, I believe. Or pardon me, it's Coons, and he'll take it for about 3 yards.
Yeah, the Rams desperately need to get a couple first downs on this drive, as Calgary's defense refreshed after being on the bench for a bit there, and the Rams defense now being huddled up around the defensive coordinator, Paul Dawson, stressing to them the importance of staying at home and making sure that they stay on point with their assignments with some of these plays.
Olenek to throw, and incomplete as he was looking across the middle for Janata. Olenek was hammered on the play, and he's on one knee, and this is not what the Rams need to see. As Olenek took his time in getting up off the turf. Now he's walking off, but he felt that one.
Yeah, he was grabbing his arm there, and as you can see him walking off, he's not really moving it too well, kind of gingerly there. So as that happens, Frankie Gray gets up, starts throwing the football, because obviously if Olenik's unable to continue, Gray's the next one in.
All of a sudden this is starting to look a lot like last year, isn't it? When it comes to that quarterback position. Bodner's kick hangs up in the wind, bounces, and it's going to come down at the 52-yard line. No yards flag still flies, and then the Calgary returner is brought down, that being Richard Snyder. And the Dinos are going to have the ball at the Ram 48, and maybe even a little bit further depending on the penalty here, although I would think that'd be a 5-yard penalty and not a 15. Couple of flags out there.
Yeah, this is the tough position that the Rams are in, of course, now, because Calgary has the ball with the win in the fourth quarter, and for those at home not understanding the importance of that, the second and the fourth quarters are your longer quarters in the game. So now Calgary with the ball and the win it's the Rams really have to dig deep here to try and stop this team, which they've been doing for a good portion of this game. But now Calgary tilting the field with the ball possessions now starting more on the Rams side, whereas at the beginning of the game, it was deep in their end. So the Rams defense now got to step up big and limit Calgary to hopefully a punting situation here, or if anything, a maximum of 3 points.
Mason Rossler shaking up on the play, but you can see he's smiling as he comes back to the sidelines. Big series here for the Rams D on first down. Lumbala with the ball. Lumbala with a lot of room ahead of him. 45-40 out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Dinos on a simple sweep right. Really, Mike, nothing too fancy about that. Just hand the ball off, and
they just had a good job there at Calgary sealing the end, and Lumbala had nothing but some green space out to the corner. Sets the edge, gets a pickup of about 13 on the play.
Ball at the 35-yard line. Dinos looking to punch it in the end zone again. Good job there by Skoog, and that resulted in that play being basically sabotage right from the start, as Lumbala gets very little.
Yeah, after getting a big run on the last play, this time Stuke stepping in there, negating a gain, limiting the gain to a no gain on the play for Lumbala. And now Buckley set up with this second and long situation with just under 9 minutes remaining in the game. Rams defense needs to hold him here.
Buckley barks out the signals. Drops straight back. Throws it over the top, and it's too high for the intended receiver. He was looking for Snyder.
Yeah, we're going to have a penalty on Calgary. It looks like it's going to be holding on the offensive line. But on that play, if we see the replay, number 24 for the Rams on defense, looks to be Brady Ollie. When that pass was thrown, he wasn't going for the hit on the receiver. I think he was thinking for the overthrow here, as you'll look and see. With Buckley stepping back, throwing it up there, he sees it's a little high, and he's jumping up there to make that catch. So good awareness by number 24, Brady Ollie, the Lumsden product, to be alert there. But as we said, the Rams defense stopping him here and limiting Calgary to a punt.
Punt team comes out. They try to fake earlier in the game that worked, although it was called back because of penalty. Now they look to get the single point here, and they are going to get it. So it is now a 3-point game, and that will put the Rams. It'll give them the ball at the 35-yard line. And now the question is, who's the quarterback going to be? Is it going to be Olenek, or is it going to be Frankie Gray? It is going to be Frankie Gray. First series of the year, no pressure on you, kid.
Well, actually, second series, because he did play last week in UBC.
Oh, that's correct, right.
So he is still going to be, obviously adept to running the offense out there. But, once again, we take a look down on the sideline looking for number 17 and Zach Olenek, and you don't see him anywhere down there. So I wonder if he's in the tunnel with his arm being looked at.
On first down, handoff to Coons, and Coons with a big first down for the Rams.
You know what? You could just hear a big sigh of relief come from this crowd. Be like, we've moved the ball. A big run. Coons, take a look at this. Gets the ball. Edge set up there by number 89 and Jay Smith, and keeps running down the field there. Mark Coons for a big pickup, which was huge for the Rams, because now the ball is at their 51-yard line, a first down, and that clock is still going.
Gray on first down will give it to Coons again, and this time Coons will get very little, if any, as he is stood up at the line of scrimmage. That Calgary front four coming in. Gaydosh in there on the play, also Josh Simons, and the middle linebacker also in there, Corey Robach.
Yeah, with the clock keeps ticking. They keep moving the ball. It's only 2nd and 1. Granted, you've got essentially your third-string quarterback coming into the season in there right now. Don't make him go out there and throw a bunch of passes. Put it in the belly of your rock toters and let them do the work.
7 minutes to go. Gray to throw, and he has a completion to Schneider, but it is going to be short of the first down by a couple of yards. It'll be a pickup of about 6, and that's going to leave it at 3rd and 2, and really as tempting as it would be to be aggressive and gamble here, Mike, Frank McChrystal has to do the smart thing and punt the football, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a smart thing. Obviously, you're not going to gamble on that 3rd now, and it looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 2. But as you see on the play, Frankie Gray standing in there composed, steps forward, throws the ball to Catlin Schneider, goes up there and makes the play. And now Chris Bodner's important punt coming up.
Bodner gets the kick away. It's a good kick, going to come down about the 13-yard line. And not getting much of a return as flying in there to make the tackle was Jorgen Huss. And flags are down as well, as the Calgary punt returner Hardy it wasn't Hardy on the punt return that time. It was their backup punt returner Taylor Nill gets just a couple of yards. So we'll see where they end up spotting the ball.
Move her back 10 yards as it's holding on Calgary.
Calgary hold it is. So the Dinos are going to start this possession from the shadow of the goalposts.
Yeah, now starting the ball at which looks to be on the right hash at about now the
6-yard line.
6-yard line.
So we'll see what type of ice water is in the veins of the backup quarterback, Andrew Buckley. Fans trying to get loud. On first down, Lumbala with the handoff. He crosses the 10, and he'll get it up close to first down yardage as he twists and turns his way through the Ram defense. Wellman in there, coming back to make the tackle. I think Knaus was also coming up from his safety spot.
Looks like they're going to get a measurement here to see if it indeed is enough for a first down.
Clock stops, 6:14 to go.
I think this is about the time where you could start telling the folks at home about the upset alert that we may want to start putting out there. Said it earlier in the telecast, but now when we look at the clock and the way that this defense has been playing, I know you don't want to jinx it, but shoot, why not?
Why not? And they're doing this without Mark Mueller. And I think a lot of people didn't think the Rams had a hope in you-know-what tonight in beating the Dinos without Mark Mueller. And you could argue that this game, because the Rams' offense would obviously be a little crisper, they might be winning this game handily if Mark was in there. On first down, Buckley breaks through and gets himself a nice little pickup there on 2nd and short.
Yeah, it's a great pickup, but you don't see a sense of urgency right now by the Calgary offense. You'd think that they'd be kind of in that muddle huddle where, they're basically just calling the almost like a no huddle, where they'll have all the linemen just kind of set up and start barking out some signals as they keep being a little nonchalant here with the ball at the 20-yard line with 5:40 left.
On first down, fake handoff to Lumbala. Buckley rolls out. Now he's going to take off. 25-30. Buckley to the 35, and he skips down to the 38-yard line before he is brought down. It'll be first down for the Dinos.
Yeah, that was a great read by Buckley, and that's why that zone read play is such an important aspect of the quarterback's progression, to see exactly if the end is crashing. As you'll see here on the replay, I think we didn't catch the beginning of it. We caught the tail end there where Buckley's running, but the Rams had sniffed it out, tackled the running back, but Buckley still had the ball and got a big pickup on the play.
Stug made the tackle. First down, 5 minutes to go. Pass to the outside. Blasco with the catch, and he'll get a gain of about 5 before he is brought down on the play, as it was Walker out there making the tackle on the Calgary receiver, Brett Blasco, who's become the favorite target of Buckley here in this second half, especially when Chris Dobko went down late in the first half with what we believe to be a tailbone injury. Big second down play here, 2nd and 4. Calgary from the shotgun. Crowd starting to get into it. Buckley to throw, and it will be bobbled and incomplete. Making the play out there again, Joey Dwyer. He's been outstanding tonight, Mike.
Yeah, Joey Dwyer is definitely taking advantage of the opportunity here to play tonight with a couple of injuries to that secondary for the Rams. But defensive coordinator Paul Dawson, as you see him clapping his troops coming off the field, has got to be happy with the effort that's been given out tonight, because boy, oh boy, did this defense come to play, because now Calgary forced to punt.
Good punt. Drives Solomon back to his 15. Colton to the 20. 25, he just puts his head down and gets to about the 28, 29-yard line. They may give him the 30 if they're generous.
Yeah, and once again, this is where the Rams are going to, of course, lean on the legs of number 8, Mark Coons. And hopefully that offensive line, the Hoggies, those guys up front, starting with your center, Bennett and Hansen, with Hansen and Jones with the guards, Mercer and Picton at the tackles, be able to create some holes here, enough for Coons to make some big runs here on this series.
First down for the Rams. Fakes the handoff. Gray gets away from the first man, and then he cannot get away again, as the persistence of that Dinosaur defense. It was Brian Hagan, I believe, it was Brian Hagan who came in on the blitz. Gray got away from him, but he couldn't get away from him the second time.
Yeah, you'd think that they would just come out and just run the ball and just don't worry about having Frankie Gray having to do anything crazy. He makes a good play to make the linebacker there jump up and try to avoid him again, but then he comes back around and gets a sack, now brings up a second and long situation.
On second down, they'll hand it off, and it'll be Coons, but he'll obviously be well short of a first down, and we will go to 3 minutes. And Calgary's going to get the ball here in decent field position.
Yeah, they definitely will, and you start to think on first down, if you run the ball efficiently and get 4 or 5 yards, that second down play, a little bit better, a little bit closer, a little bit, better opportunity for the offense to be more successful than putting them in that second and long situation where Calgary can just pin their ears back and try and run roughshod over the line to make a play.
So Bodner to punt. He'll get it away from his 18-yard line. Good snap. Not a bad kick. It's going to come down about the 45-yard line. Bobbled by the Dinos, and they just have to fall on it as Richard Snyder's had a tough night here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's been definitely a tough game for Schneider, as we look to see that equates to be about a 47, 48-yard punt into the wind for Bodner, as you see there. As Schneider trying to make a catch on the punt, luckily gets on it because number 24, Brady Ollie, was ready there to either scoop and score or to pounce on it for the Rams.
On first down, Buckley throws, has a completion. Blasco gets away from his man and gets it up to midfield before he is brought down. Big catch on the play, and actually making the catch was Taylor Nill, 80, not 89 Blasco. I think that's Taylor Nill's first catch of the night.
Yeah, it's his. I think it's actually his second, but needless to say, now Calgary going with this no huddle with 2:25 left here in the game. Rams got to stop him here.
Buckley on first down will throw. Catch is made, and it'll be a nice gain of about 8 as Boca makes the catch.
Yeah, now this is where the Rams defense is truly going to be tested to see how they can manage with not being able to get a lot of rest in between plays, with Buckley coming up and calling these plays pretty quickly.
Clock is ticking, 2:10 to go. Hand off to Lumbala. Lumbala trying to get to the sticks, and he's not going to get there.
No, he's not, sir.
As getting pushed out of bounds, or pushing Lumbala out of bounds, it was Wellman, and it's going to be about, third and maybe 2 here?
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 2. So once again here, obviously Calgary's going to have to go for it, right? With 2:03 left in the game. The only unfortunate part about it is that Lumbala got out of bounds, which stops the clock. That's the only bad part about that play.
Big play here for the Rams. Don't want to say this could end it, but this could go a long ways to giving the Rams the upset. Buckley will look for the first down, and he is just going to get it as the Rams strung that out, but didn't quite string it out well enough, Mike.
Yeah, that was a gutsy call
Sure
by
was.
the offensive coordinator for Calgary, as you could see that there were numerous linemen for the Rams knifing down the line. And if any one of them gets their big old mitts on the quarterback, that would have been a third down stuff for the Rams.
Stug had a chance but couldn't corral him. On first down, Buckley's throw is caught.
Keep him in bounds.
And keep him in bounds is right, and that's what they do as Dwyer keeps Blasco in bounds. Blasco saying, hey, I was still going forward, and they said, well, fine, if you want to go forward, we can give you a gain of 3 or 4 instead of what you got. Or maybe a gain of a loss of 1 or something.
Yeah, it looks like a no gain on the
It
play.
does, 2nd and 9.
And that clock's ticking, and it doesn't
That
look
clock
like
is ticking, 90 seconds to go. Buckley drops straight back. Pressure's on. Buckley trying to find a spot to get away with it. Does so and has a first down and a lot more. Buckley with a great job of getting away from the potential sack. Runs for the first down, and now the Dinos are in field goal range, and they can tie this football game up as they have it inside the Ram 30. But, Mike, you know they want to win it, not tie it on this drive.
Yeah, definitely. You'd think that Buckley was dead to rights, and on that play,
Steve Famulak, the guy that couldn't corral him.
Yeah, all you got to do is just keep him in front of you. Don't over-pursue. And what happens, of course, a little bit of excitedness from, Steve Famulak's a little excited. Went in there to try and make the tackle, over-pursues, tries to come back, gets cut block on the play. A couple of those linemen try to get at him. They whiff, and luckily Jameer Walker steps up to make the play, but not before Buckley runs for 17 yards down at the Regina Rams 27-yard line. 1:21 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
1:21 to go in the fourth. Hope you're enjoying it here live on Access 7 and Canada West TV. Mitchell Blair, Mike Thomas with the call for you here from Mosaic Stadium, where the number 2 team in Canada needs a field goal to tie up the Rams here, who with a win would clinch a home playoff game. 1st and 10. Ball at the 28. Buckley to throw. Buckley lobs it up. Buckley's going to have it intercepted. What a terrible play call. What a terrible throw by the Calgary quarterback. And the Rams with a huge interception as Justin Adrolin intercepts it down at the 7-yard line. Mike, WTF?
You know what? When you look at that play, you can see what Calgary's trying to do, because the Rams
You
are obviously...
can?
Well, because the Rams are going into cover 0, meaning that it's one-on-one coverage. They don't know that Blake Bunkley's not going to have a lot of time to throw the ball. They think that he can just lob it up. But, of course, being the quarterback that he is, as you can see here, he throws it up off of his back foot because of the pressure. He doesn't get a lot on it. And, look, there's nobody there as that was a bad throw, but still.
Terrible.
Now the Rams fortunate because of it, handing off the ball to Coons.
Coons will get it up across the 15. That's big yards. On first down, that should be a pickup of about 8. And the Dinos will call timeout.
Yeah, the Dinos have 2 timeouts left, right? So you got to remember.
They already took one in this half, so that should be down. That should be their last one.
Actually, they didn't. It was an official timeout
Okay.
that was called. So that's why they still had the 2 remaining. So when you look at it now, that was a great pickup for the Rams on first down. We got to remember that point right there, because now I bring up 2nd and short. You hand the rock off again. They get the first down, or it's 3rd and short.
Now,
Calgary's got to call a timeout.
They've run the ball in the middle tonight on 2nd down plays. Haven't gotten a lot. Do you stretch it out a little here, or do you try and run it right up the middle and put the basically the pressure on your big old lineman, like a guy like Brett Jones, who's your top dog amongst those Hoggies?
Yeah, I'd definitely run it to that, either the left or the right side, but you're going to have to go off tackle. You can't go right up the gut. As you can see there, the defensive coordinator, Paul Dawson, encouraging his troops and telling them what a great job they're doing tonight, holding that 48-point offense to just 9 so far this evening.
On 2nd down, Coons has it, and I don't think he's going to have the first down.
Like I said, it's going to be...
Now, here's a question for you. Do you concede 2 and make it 12-11?
Well...
Or do you punt and just say, you know what, if they get the field goal, we go to overtime?
Well, here's the scenario, okay? If you get the ball and you run back in the end zone and you give up 2, okay, you're going to be kicking off to Calgary again.
Yep.
Calgary, depending on the return, if they get it, a
Could
good
be
return.
in position to win it.
Right. They
Yeah.
could be in position to win, or i.e. punt for a single, which the
Good point.
Rams
Yep.
have done in the past to Calgary, in Calgary. Johnny Ryan
Oh,
on
I
that
remember
Van
that
Aen
well.
run. They
Remember
did it
that
again
well.
in the playoffs with Mark. They've done it before, so wouldn't it be a little deja vu on the flip side for them if that was to happen again here today? So definitely Frank McChrystal and offensive coordinator Bernie Schmidt have some questions here in regards to what they're going to do on this third down gamble. So as the Calgary player,
Corey Robach helped off the field.
He's being helped off the field. I think that the refs may bring out the chains to see exactly how far it is that they have to go for this.
Well, they
third
have
down.
to get to the 18, and the ball spotted about the 17, so they're really, I'd say they've got a full yard to go.
Yeah, I think they got to get to 17. It looks like it's still at the 16. Like it'll be. You'll see. There's a lot of.
There'll be a lot of green between ball and stick.
Yeah, there's a lot of. But you know what? When
Well,
you see
geez,
that,
you know what? That's
I would be a man and go for it and say, you know what? I'm putting this on you. You're a fifth-year guy, Chris Mercer. You're a big man, Brett Jones, number
Frankie
9
Gray,
ranked.
just keep the ball, plug it up the middle, and get that first down.
Yeah.
You should with that yard separation.
You got it.
You should be able to.
You know what? And here's the deal. You do this, good night.
Yeah.
Start the bus, guys.
Pretty much.
Start the bus.
Pretty much. I'd be shocked if they hand it off here. I think this is just Frankie Gray up the middle.
If it's not Landon Bush, it's gonna be Frankie Gray, and all they need, as you saw on the field,
Put
there,
a half a
folks,
football to a football.
Exactly. And you get a yard in the CFL, or in Canadian amateur football. So you should be able to get this.
Biggest play of the night.
Oh boy, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Gray dives ahead. Now it's going to depend on the spot. Dinosaurs don't seem that excited.
It's all going to depend on the placement.
Rams are signaling first down, and you know what? They did. They got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it's by very much.
If you take a look here on the angle, Gray goes down and his knee touches and gets back up and keeps moving again. So,
just never mind. They can't challenge it anyhow. Kevin, burn the tape.
Still, that's a good play by the Rams. 58 seconds left.
Less than a minute to go now. Calgary out of timeouts.
3 kneel downs. Let's call her a day.
Should be. Coons on first down will get about 3. Don't like that shotgun snap.
Yeah, that's it's always a tough one, right? Because even if you go into center, if there's a fumbled snap, the ball's laying on the ground there.
Guess.
Whereas at least when it's when it's the shotgun, the ball's got to come back. You can still have some problems with the exchange, but at least there's a better percentage of catching the ball and having the ability to make a play from a couple yards behind the line.
The always diplomatic Mike Tuns. Second down. Clock ticking. Coons going to try for a first down. Has he got it? If he does, it's ball game. Is that enough for a first down, or is it going to be just short?
I think they're going to have to bring out the sticks again, because this is going to be either a first down, and it is. That is the ball game. As Paul Dawson, the man that I talked to earlier this week, said it's going to be a tough challenge to beat these Calgary Dinosaurs, but our guys are up to the task. And boy, oh boy, what an upset in Canada West football we have here, minus their star, Mark Mueller, who's out with an injury, to come in and play the way they did today and escape with a victory over the number 2 ranked Calgary Dinos. The Rams positioning themselves to have their best record at 6-2 potentially if they were to win out in the CIS.
There's the kneel down, and you can count it down. The Regina Rams, without Mark Mueller at quarterback, Nobody thought they were going to win tonight, but guess what? They have beaten the University of Calgary Dinosaurs, the number 2 team in Canada, by a score of 12-9. This, Mike Thomas, will send some shockwaves not only through Canada West, but through the CIS football fraternity.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think there is a lot of teams in Can West that were assuming that the Rams were going to lose tonight, finish at 4-3 after this evening, and think that if some victories between Saskatchewan and Manitoba would happen, that they would all be tied with a logjam and potentially some jockeying happening. Now with this victory, they're a game out of first. All right, they don't have the home and home because I think they lost to Calgary already.
Yeah.
So, you know, they obviously will not get first place. However, that knocks Calgary down a little bit off their perch, knowing that a team that's as depleted as the Rams could come in today with some big stars out and get a victory. And like we said at the beginning of the telecast, it was going to be a tough game, but man, did the Rams come out and play hard on defense, ball controlled on offense, take advantage of those Calgary mistakes that happened earlier in the game, and they come out with a 12-9 victory here tonight.
You talked about the defense. There were 2 plays in this football game that really I thought were big plays for the Rams. Obviously, one of them, the Joey Dwyer touchdown in the first quarter. Also, too, Brady Ollie lays out Richard Snyder in the second quarter. It was Knaus recovering the fumble, huge hit, and then Jameer Walker, the big punt return off the missed field goal. Really, 3 plays that turned this game in the Rams' favor tonight, because the Rams, although they went 2 and out after the Walker play, they got a field goal, which basically was your margin of victory tonight.
Yeah, you know, really when you look at it, we knew that this Rams offense is not going to be as prolific when Mark Mueller's not in there, that is adept to running this offense and doing so many different things. They were going to have to grind it out, which they did. They ran the ball, it looks like a total of, I think it was 32 times here tonight. So, you know, they don't usually do that. It's usually 50-some-odd passes, but they ran it for 32 for 135. So they were churning at 4 yards at a time to get the ball control and run down the clock and keep Calgary off the field, which is what we said they had to do.
Exactly, and that's what they had to do. They had to play ugly football offensively to win here tonight, keep Calgary from having their hands on the ball. And like we said, when Calgary did get some momentum going, they either had the interception or the fumble recovery. And as you said, what we talked about being a 2-headed monster with Dillon and Capway, they threw Coons in there and made it a 3-headed monster.
Yeah, you know, when you look at it, really, the first quarter was Capway, the second quarter was Coons, the third quarter was Capway and, the second quarter was Dawson, the third quarter was Capway and Dawson, in the fourth quarter, Coons, the veteran, the 5th-year guy, graduating player, coming in and getting tough, hard yards and getting that necessary first down at the end of the game to seal it.
Calgary lost Dalevsky, but really, they can't use that as an excuse, because the Rams, they had their number 3 quarterback in the game. Calgary was just down to their number 2. Let's show you the big play of the football game. First quarter was 1-0 Calgary, and Dalevsky's going to drop back to throw it here. The pass is going to be high for the intended receiver. You'll see it right there coming into your living room. And Joey Dwyer makes the interception. That was arguably the biggest play of the night, as it got the Rams ahead 7-1. As you see, nothing but daylight for Joey Dwyer, the first-year rookie defensive halfback from Sheldon Williams. And that was the big play of the night. And we have the man who had that big play with Carlin Haroff. Here she is with Joey Dwyer. Carlin?
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Joey Dwyer following a huge win over the Calgary Dinos. Joey, you set the tone early with an interception return for a touchdown. Can you tell us about that play, how you saw it progress, and maybe how excited you were afterwards?
I was just running down to make the tackle, and the ball fell through his hands right into my arms, and it's my first ever CIS touchdown. It's a great feeling. Put us up. Defense wins championships, so we just got to keep making plays from here on out.
Absolutely, and to hold the Calgary Dinos like a powerhouse offense to 9 points in this game, how big is that for you guys moving forward now with the home playoff game clinched?
Well, it's huge, you know, like if we win the first round playoffs, we're most likely going to play Calgary, and this is a huge step. We know we can beat them, and we will.
That's great. So congratulations on the big play, the big win. Enjoy your night, I guess.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Back up.
Thanks a lot, Carlin.
Wow.
How about that brash little statement from Mr. Dwyer?
Hey, that's the confidence that you need to have as a team that's going to be playing some championship football potentially here. And it looks like the Rams have made a statement with this win this evening. And wow, this is going to be something interesting for Can West here in the coming closing weeks of the season.
And, as we've said, if these two teams are going to meet in the Hardy Cup final, it'll have to be in Calgary. But boy, do the Rams go into that with some momentum. But there's a lot of football to be played between now and the Hardy Cup, and the Rams have to focus on next week. They've clinched a home playoff game, and really, maybe now I don't play Mark Mueller against Alberta.
Yeah, well, you know what?
We'll see.
Yeah, because you still got to play the game, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. But
So,
we'll see what happens. But as I said, they've clinched that home playoff game, so the option is there. Again, the Rams have beaten the University of Calgary Dinosaurs by a score of 12-9. The Dinos, they went into this game averaging only about 8 points a game on defense and scoring almost 50 points. So that tells you right there how big of an upset this is. Next Rams game, 1 week from tonight. They will take on the University of Alberta Golden Bears. We'll have that one for you on Access 7 as well. For my color man, Mike Thomas, for my producer, Kevin Foote, and all the volunteers that made this a big success, along with Carlin Haroff, who's down on the sidelines giving us some great interviews. I'm Mitchell Blair saying, have yourselves a good night, and congratulations to the Regina Rams on their hard-fought 12-9 victory over the Calgary Dinosaurs.
Rams TV is proudly brought to you by Dusick and Barlow Insurance Brokers Limited, protecting what's important since 1936. Get your SGI Canada Auto Pack online. Visit them at saskinsurance.com and click on the SGI Canada eQuote link.